All right, welcome to the Sae Bae cast number 261 with BuneBape. Rob and Michelle, how
Hi.
are we doing today?
Good. Just I'm killing some Abbey demons. I'm actually doing an event in game. I'm doing the homie hunt for the first time ever.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Rob?
Nice. Yeah, I am not playing currently, but yeah, happy to be here as always.
Hell yeah. So it's been just almost a year. November 16th looks like we published our first episode together. And it's crazy how fast time flies. We were just talking about this before I started recording. I don't know. It just like goes so fucking fast now. And I know like that's what adults always told me as a kid, but it's so fucking true. Like months are
I
just
know.
flying by. It's almost like October's almost over. It feels like it's still September to me. I don't know why. Like it's just weird.
It's good and bad because weekends always come by faster, but then not to get existential 1 minute into the podcast, I'm like, wow, I'm gonna die someday. This is
Oh yeah,
too
yeah.
soon.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. We're getting right into the meat,
Right
meat,
into
meat and
it.
potatoes of the
Cheating,
conversation.
cheating your way towards
Existential
the end,
topics.
dude.
Yeah.
This is why we're here to talk about how we're all gonna die someday.
Yeah. Okay. So we have a lot of stuff to talk about. I mean, we just got the
Yeah.
announcement of sailing.
Oh my
So
God, I know.
November 19th. I mean, they dropped the date on us and we are under a month away, which is just crazy. I mean, this is kind of what I was expecting because every JMod that I was talking to was like, it is coming out this year. It just 100% is. And they've been saying that for months and months. So
Yeah,
I didn't believe them.
yeah.
Honestly,
Straight up, I was like, sure, bud.
every time I read something about it on the pod or anything like that, I was like, all right, so early next year for sure.
Literally.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, there was definitely a potential for it to get delayed, but I was like, they sound very adamant about dropping it, and they've already chosen the path of like not releasing every single little bit of sailing on
Yeah.
launch day. They're gonna just be spreading it out over the next few years.
Which
So,
I'm torn about. I kind of wish it was gonna be released fully. I mean, obviously, like
yeah.
every other skill, stuff would get added over time. But just knowing you guys have plans, active plans, but you're waiting, I'm like, I would have been okay waiting till it's all ready.
Yeah, I think I would too. I think most people would prefer that. I think there is a few benefits to them not unlocking everything, and I think that's just getting the whole. I mean, you literally use us as like the QA team. Like we are the ones like testing it, honestly. So I think having
Literally.
something that doesn't feel fully complete is actually probably a better way to go about it.
That's
Just
true.
like
So if it's all like
realistically.
wonky.
Yeah, like if there was like some fundamental issue, but it's implemented in fucking everything because they just spent another 2 years designing it, like that could be potentially bad.
No,
But
that's true.
I'm giving them a lot of credit. Like I don't know, like I feel like the community as a whole would prefer something fully complete that's dropping.
Yeah.
So
But you make a good point. I didn't even consider that. Especially it seems like their coding is like so insane behind the scenes. I'm like, yeah, it'd probably take like years to unravel it if they had to change a bunch of stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I was kind of thinking about it, and I think it's good and bad. I just think the biggest thing that like as a person going into it would need is like tempered expectations, because like now that we know we're essentially going to be like literally beta testing for this skill, it's like, all right, you can't go into this expecting a smooth ride. It's gonna suck at some points,
Yeah.
and you just have to like know that. And if you know that, then it's like cool.
yeah. I am also hopeful of the HD version that they're trying to come with, like their own like HD kind of
Yes.
client thing, because honestly, and I've said this ad nauseum, I know a lot of my audience is like, shut the fuck up about your gripes with sailing, but it's always been those three main gripes, and I had a little ramble just a couple days ago of my overall excitement for sailing. I'm overall super stoked. I'm excited. And I think a lot of that is like not being on a maxed account. I think the playing a maxed account and then having to like remax has got to just be a little tainted,
Oh,
just a little bit
yeah.
tainted. You know what I mean? But like on
I'm
this
not
account,
maxed either.
I'm not maxed. So
So that's why I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, at least it won't be that painful. It's just something else in the game if I want to do
yeah.
it.
And it'll be fast. But my three main gripes with sailing were always just boat speed, which it looks like they've already sort of handled. It looks like at the later stages, your boats go pretty fucking fast. That's what Hebox was saying. And he has been like working with the devs basically in like an NDA sort of setting, I'm pretty sure. And so he knows the ins and outs. And he wasn't like saying anything, but he like hint, hint, wink, wink. Like, yeah, boats start going pretty fast. So that makes me happy. And then the other things were just like the sort of visual nature of it all, which is like having a wake behind your boat would honestly make the experience feel so much better. Just floating on a blue carpet is just not doing it. But if you had like some actual like wave kind of like showing that you have momentum on your boat, it could feel good. And also just like render distance. It's just the render distance, like being able to... I want to see fucking Karamja from like a mile away. I want to just be able to see it like way out in the distance. But when you just see a black sky like 20 blocks away, it's just like depressing and it's disorienting. It's like, where the hell am I?
Yeah, right.
So
no, for sure. That was definitely one of the biggest gripes I saw, just in general, from a lot of people. Is like, it's weird looking out and there's no skybox.
Yeah, yep. And I think HD might fix that.
With that. But yeah, HD definitely helps with that too.
Yeah.
When is the HD getting released? Next year?
I don't know when their version of HD is coming out. They've just been sort of hinting at it. I mean, maybe there's some sort of rough release date for it. But when they were showing some of it on the last summit, whenever the hell that was, I've lost track of time. Like as we were talking about earlier, it's like time is just doesn't even exist.
It's not real.
Yeah. But it was something about like them being able to make water textures cool, and like everything's going to have like sort of shadows and things. And I think that will go a long way with sailing, especially because do you guys remember when they were saying something about, oh yeah, you're going to be on your boat and you're going to be able to see like underneath the water, like a coral reef or something, like down beneath or something. I don't know if...
I don't remember, to be honest, but I want that desperately. That sounds really insane.
Yeah. And the thing that bothers me, I think the most is apparently they have said, like, apparently it would be upsetting to some purist players if they got rid of the blue carpet. I'm like,
what?
That I don't know. Do you guys feel any certain way about the fucking typical blue carpet? Like I would be totally okay with them fully revamping water in this game. I honestly, there are some things you shouldn't touch, but like that, I feel like it's nobody. Blue carpet, really? Like that's the thing we're gonna die on? Like we have to keep that till the end of time? Jesus.
This is the hill I die on. Yeah. I obviously want it to change. I think it would look a lot better. I don't know if there'd be a way to like maybe whenever HD comes out or there's some like setting they could be like, I want the old boring water or some shit like that.
Yeah. No,
like,
that's fair. You could just have a setting for it. Yeah.
I want the cool water things. I don't want to look like I'm just gliding along on the floor.
Yeah. Like if you could add coral and stuff like that, that would be cool. I kind of don't care either way. I do think they need to fix the like lack of a wake or something, just because it doesn't feel like your boat's moving. It kind of just feels like it is existing in a plane and then like slightly existing somewhere else. Like it'd be the same as like if your character was moving without like leg movement. It's just it's weird.
You're hovering over.
It's
like they
jarring.
might as well just T-pose at that point and then just like start floating around.
Yeah.
Give in my head, I'm like, I never really considered this, what you guys are saying while I was playing it, because I didn't do too much of it because I played with HD on, and I'm like, I can't stand a regular game now. But now thinking back, I'm like, wow, it is kind of like you're just like teleporting around. I don't know. It's bizarre. It's not smooth. They need to add some like visual sign that you're actively moving.
Yeah, it's a bit of like uncanny valley feeling.
Yeah,
where
that's it exactly.
I feel like there's more that should be happening that isn't.
I think there will be a ton of fucking excitement for the first like 2 weeks, and boats are just gonna be everywhere. There's gonna be the little shadows like signaling like where your other, I don't know, where the other players are and stuff. I think it's just gonna be pretty hectic. And did you hear, by the way, I think it was it Madayiza or somebody said they are like looking forward to the game like basically crashing or something, because that will mean sailing was a success because there's so many players playing it. Like they almost want the worlds to like fail just because that's like a sign of like, hell yeah, it's successful.
I feel like that's something that Robert on our podcast would be like, I hate that they said that.
I have not heard them say that. I mean, that's surely what's going to happen. Right? It's essentially the equivalent of a server slam or whatever you want to call like a stress test these days.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, who's not going to be logging in?
How do you feel about them saying that, Robert?
I don't care. I mean,
Okay.
that's fine.
Feelings.
No, that's totally fine.
I think I remember where that was. It was on Prison Joe's Top Tuesday with Mod Aiza, and he was saying something about it, and I think Aiza jokingly was like, yeah, like I kind of like low-key hope the world's like crash or something, because it would just mean that everyone's fucking playing the game and just the servers can't handle it. I'm like, yeah, it's true.
It's 100% going to happen too. So I'm glad that all these updates come out in the middle of the night for us. So I just wake up and I'm like, so how was it, guys?
Yeah, I think it launches at like 2 a.m. for Pacific Coast.
See, lovely. And it's during the week, so I'm going to be at work. I'm going to come home at 5 p.m. and be like, all right, everything's good to go.
Yeah. Is it possible, do you think, I mean, surely they've made it possible, but do you think it's feasible to have a 99 sailing only account? Because they're saying stuff about like, you need a bunch of money to build your ship with construction and stuff, and you probably need these other quest requirements. Is it possible, do you think, to get 99 sailing with 1 in all stats except 10 HP?
Yeah.
I
think so.
I think specifically because the beginner quest, people were upset that you can get construction XP or whatever, and they made it optional, which in my mind means like you can just play that scuffed ship forever.
Yeah.
Like, you never have to upgrade.
Honestly, I think this happened kind of early on. Is a lot of people are like, wait, whenever you do the quest to unlock sailing, it requires you getting construction XP, and people were upset because everyone knows about the account that tracks 99s. That is 1 XP away from having 99 in every skill. And they're like, all right, you ruin that account and you make it impossible, or not impossible, but you ruin that account. And like now he has to redo it to track all the 99s. I low key think that's why they did it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And because of that, yeah, like Michelle said, I think you can just use whatever busted stuff they give you in the beginning to get 99 in whatever crazy convoluted.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be fun. I think it'll be possible.
It'll be like dredging like irregular planks for like 1 XP an hour or something, but you'll get it eventually.
Yeah, and there's always going to be some weird like lamp system. People are going to be at the Varrock Museum if they couldn't. But I'm sure you could get 99 sailing. I'm just thinking like, are you like? I know they're going to come out with more combo methods. The only one we're getting on launch is just the fishing/sailing. But they're going to be coming out with like mining plus sailing, Slayer plus sailing, and I think they originally were going to have like a farming plus sailing, but now if it's just separate, it's just like.
Or they were like the coral garden thing, whatever.
Yeah.
The farms.
I don't know if it's giving sailing XP anymore, but the other ones are like actual like combo methods, and I'm like, the Slayer plus sailing sounds fucking dope, but we're not even going to get that.
That's what I'm excited for.
And it doesn't even sound like 2026 we're going to get it, because they kind of outlined the roadmap sort of, and they're like, yeah, I don't know, they're kind of like up in the air about it, but it might be 2027.
Jesus.
I actually think that there might be like a pretty feasible way to level consistently just sailing, especially, and they're coming out with it right away. It's the trials, the Barracuda trials.
I was gonna say, I don't know if that one rewards anything else, because I didn't actually try it in the beta.
Well, I'm sure you get some sailing just by participating.
Yeah, but like other skills.
Yeah.
I don't know if it affects anything.
Yeah,
you're saying like if you just wanted to be a sailing pure?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and Husky said he's been the main one working on it, and so like he's really biased and like towards how good he thinks it is. And honestly, I don't know how you feel about other like of the devs, but I kind of trust Husky more than most of them.
Oh, so like I'm with you.
If he thinks it's doing pretty good, then I'm like, all right, maybe the trials. Yeah, maybe the trials are actually like
the trials do sound really fun.
Nice way to get to 99 just through only sailing.
Yeah, I just wonder like what the level. What the like starting level you can do Barracuda trials is that? In the beta I think it was like 30.
I feel like it's 30, but I don't know if that's how it's going to be in main game, of course.
Yeah,
I think it's just going to be like the sailing version of Temperos and Guardians of the Rift, like the little mini game that if you want, you could stay there forever and get the 99. But like you're not going to have much variety.
Yeah, and you're not going to have like a speedboat for it. You're just going to be on your fucking raft most likely. I wonder if you're going to be able to buy. I'm wondering, are you going to be able to just buy the ship? Because there's like the raft, the small boat, and the large boat. Do you
That's what I
just
was
buy the
wondering,
large
too.
boat and then you make repairs with construction, or do you actually have to build it from scratch using like your construction skills? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I was thinking that too, because we were talking about like being on a scuffed raft, and I was just like, well, it might be buyable, or it might be one of those things where you can like pay an NPC to fix it up, you know? How they always get around stuff like this.
Yeah.
I really hope it's not. I hope it's buyable in the way that you can buy the planks.
Yeah.
But
You
like,
don't have to pay an NPC to do it.
no,
Yeah.
I want there to be at least some amount of like you have to make it because I don't know. I just think like Bible stuff is lame in general. You know,
Get it,
hardcore
you're
or Iron Life stuff. But like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. It just feels like you'd be more invested in it and everything like that.
There's like, I don't know why this came to my head, but I was thinking what would be so cool is if you just always stuck with a raft, but the higher level you get, you could just pimp the fuck out of it. So like your little raft becomes like this pimped out raft that's just like zipping through stuff.
Yeah.
It reminds me of, did you guys ever play Age of Empires on the computer?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so on Age of Empires 1, I don't know if this was me using cheats. I don't think it was. I think this was actually part of the game. And I think it was it was imbalanced, I think. I think they fixed the balancing in like Age of Empires 2, but in Age of Empires 1, I am almost certain that what you could do is pimp out your villagers with like militia type stats. So basically like usually like when I'm playing Age of Empires 2, if you want to like take down a village, you have to like actually hire like militia. Like those are the NPCs you have to create. You cannot use villagers. They're going to fucking just be so pathetic. But on Age of Empires 1, there was like a certain route you could take your villagers to just become more and more like militant, basically. And you could like give them fucking like crazy speed. So and so they're like dirt fucking cheap too. Like it's just the dirt cheapest thing to like just spawn a bunch of villagers. And so what I did is just like pimp them out, and they were like fucking fire ants. They would just literally zip through and just destroy wonders within seconds. It was just wild. Just get like two, and they were like non-stop spawning, and it just runs.
I just imagine this as like infinite scaling. You just have like a bunch of villagers and tanks rolling around.
Literally.
Just
No, I mean,
cars.
the other fucking civilization would have like a militia of like 50 like giga soldiers, and my are just ants constantly spawning in. There's like 200 fucking villagers just taking them all on like instantly. It's just overwhelming.
God.
Yeah.
I played a lot of like those games when I was like a kid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was like forever ago.
That shit was my jam.
That sounds fun.
It was great. Like I played that in like Command and Conquer and stuff like that all the time. But like I was a kid, I didn't know there was a right way to play it. So I would literally just play, and I liked amassing armies. So I would like get the army so big you couldn't make any more units. The game's like stop.
Stop.
And then I'd be playing against like easy bots, and I'd roll up with like 1,000 of the best units.
And they're still in the Stone Age. They're just
And sometimes I would still lose, and I'd be like, "Yo, this game sucks." Now, I'll just turn it off and go play like Nintendo or something. But that's literally how I played RTS games forever.
Oh my God.
I had so much fucking fun with the Age of Empires, but I had OCD. I still have OCD where like when I'm making my town, I need to play on easy mode because I don't want the fucking other people to start attacking me before I've like perfectly organized my town. Like if I put a house like in a different like little quadrant that's slightly like asymmetrical with the other houses, it's like nope, delete, repeat, like just nope, I'm not doing that. Like I have to make sure everything's lined out perfectly. Yeah, even if it didn't make like optimal sense to like, even if things were like far out, it's like no, it just has to look like aesthetically pleasing. Yeah. That's what matters.
It's honestly so stressful playing those games the quote unquote correct way. It's all like, all right, make exactly 4 of these types of units, send them over and start harassing the other enemies. Like, no, dude, like you lost me already. I'm trying to build like a quiet society that slowly builds up a bunch of like hero characters that goes and like wipes out everyone.
I'm totally with you. Yeah.
Robert's definitely like in video games the person that goes and just like builds a base, spends days building the base, and then it's like, all right, kind of over it, and then just leaves the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I will say that reminds me of like my brothers. So when PUBG Mobile came out years and years and years ago, I was in college. We would play PUBG Mobile like on our phones, like after class and stuff, like my brother and I. And he was so obsessed with like, let's jump off. I'm sure you guys have played PUBG Mobile, or at least like, or PUBG in general, or like any of those survival games.
Yeah, I played PUBG a lot when it first came out. I never played the mobile version.
Okay, well it's the same shit, just way worse.
Yeah.
But he would always be like, let's jump off the plane like way over here in the far fucking corner where there's nothing. I'm like, no,
Oh my
like
God.
let's jump in the middle of the action because I don't want to spend 25 fucking minutes like scavenging, getting all pimped out, and then somebody just snipes you in the head and just like 25 minutes fucking gone after, or just getting bored or just being like, okay, like I'm just not, I'm not feeling this. I would much rather just jump into the center of action. But you're right about the RTS games. Like I do not want to be fucking harassing people before I feel ready to like start attacking.
You have to wait till you're a true warlord and then be like, all right, let's go, guys.
I honestly feel like that what's it called, like that whatever like battle you came against with like your brother, I feel like that is like one of the oldest tales these days as far as like battlegrounds games go, because like I've had the same exact thing happen with my friend group where I'm just like, all right, let's go, dude, like I'm gonna get smoked, chances are. I'd rather just do it right away.
Yeah.
You don't need the anticipation waiting to die. You're like,
yeah,
there's Simeon.
Because then like eventually it turns into a running simulator and I'm like, I'm in this game for 45 minutes and I'm still probably not gonna win, but now I just have more gear and I'm still gonna lose. So it's like it's the same product. I'd rather have like some goofy stuff where I'm like running at a guy with a hatchet instead of like
Why is this just
anything
making me
else.
think of like Gauntlet? Whenever you go and kill Hunlif, you guys are like, nah, I go in with no gear. And I'm like, because I am thinking for these games, I'm like, no, I would definitely want to prep a lot. And that's how I am with like Gauntlet too. I'm like, I want to try for tier 3 even though I'm too slow.
The problem with the problem with like prepping up too much is you end up now facing people that are fully prepped and you're the one like basically trying to stay in the zone and you're constantly being pushed in where like the people that kind of spawn in the middle, they're just camped like ready to fucking take you out.
Yeah. And chances are they dropped the like scarier places and they are the product of killing all of those people.
my God.
Oh yeah, they are pimped to the brim. I mean that is the beauty of dropping in those really saturated areas is like there's so much more loot, and if you somehow make it out, like if you don't, you just reset until you finally are the ones that survived, and then you're just pimped out like fully.
Yeah, you're just hoping that the good players got into really bad predicaments and now it's like you're the leftovers and you won somehow.
That's me and LMS. Just hiding while everyone else kills each other.
Exactly.
Yeah. I have to say one last thing about PUBG Mobile. I mean, this has been fucking years since I've even played it. I know it just became this complete cash grab piece of shit app, but like when I was first playing it, it was somewhat tame when it came to like in-app purchases and stuff. And I remember my first round playing, I thought it was going to be all real people. No, the whole fucking thing was just bots. And I remember the first game, I was like, dude, I just destroyed. Like, I'm the fucking man. Like,
I'm
holy
the best
shit.
player to ever exist.
And then you just slowly start like coming to the realization, like, I'm just playing a bunch of fucking bots. That is the stupidest thing, by the way. Playing a game that's supposed to be you fighting real players and it's just bots and they don't tell you about it.
Wait,
like,
have you ever played Mech Arena, like for a sponsorship or anything like that? I think that's what it's
Oh,
called.
that sounds so familiar. I think I got offered it. I never played it.
Honestly, like really fun. But I realized after like my second sponsorship with him, I was like, wait, I think everyone's a bot because I kept seeing the same usernames. And I realized every time I spawned on a map, it would always be on the same side. I never spawned on the other side. But it sucked because it was such a fun game until I realized that. And you could like play with other people too. But then I was just like, wait, how come I've never seen this other side of the map? And I was just like, man, that sucks. I mean, still sponsor me, Mech Arena. I like your game, but maybe get some other people to play with me.
Yeah. The problem with like the PUBG Mobile, for example, is I think their philosophy, like the devs in their minds, they're like, we want players to feel like we want them to feel good that they won a match. And if they jump in with a bunch of real players and continually die and die and die, they're just going to quit the game. So like they're just wanting to like keep these players. But I'm like, dude, you've destroyed the game for like its competitive nature, the competitive value of it. And I feel like they're catering to fucking like 7-year-olds. Like a 7-year-old would enjoy the fact that they killed a bot.
Win over and over.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, dad gamers and 7-year-olds have like a really big crossover when it comes to that. They just
They
like
just want to win.
power creep is the name of the game. They just want to like come home and absolutely dominate whatever they're
Beat these
doing.
bots' asses.
Go to bed like a champ and then do it again tomorrow.
You know
I
what?
see that.
That actually brings me to another topic, which is power creep in general. You mentioned it, but like,
Oh.
what are your guys? Do you have a somewhat set philosophy on how you see RuneScape, or how you would optimally want to see RuneScape progress when it comes to power creep and PVM?
I don't have like a particular thing because like until we started our podcast and Robert said power creep, I didn't even know what that meant. Like I probably asked him in one of our episodes, like, what is that? But it's difficult because sometimes like, you'll go with like newer gear. Like I don't even have like best on melee. I'm storing bandos and stuff. And which side note is very funny when people are like, everyone just gives you gold. And I'm like, then why don't they give me Torva? But anyway, like you'll go to places with like bandos, for example, and you're just smacking these fools. Like they're dead immediately, which makes me be like it's kind of weird that, like this isn't even the best. But at the same time, new content is so much harder that bandos is like not great at them. So I don't really know where I'm going with this, but I feel like they're mostly handling it well.
Yeah.
As well as they can, because like you can't stop making gear.
Exactly.
Yeah. I generally think they're doing a pretty good job for like what is, I would
What they were given.
probably say is like tantamount to like a successful game. Like having a good game for longevity's sake is, handling this problem, which I think is like kind of a problem that you'll never be able to properly do, but I think they've done a good job so far.
I like when they do the sideways progressions too, or horizontal progressions.
Yeah, horizontal progressions.
Yeah, like them adding the oath plate and stuff to be like, oh, this one's like really good, slash or whatever.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of like the niche upgrades.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the things that I hate. I think power creep is fine every once in a while. Like Torva, straight up upgrade. Boss is way more annoying, way more difficult, so it's kind of justified.
Yeah, fuck next.
But like I hated for the longest time, I had such a like vehement disgust for what they did to the rapier. It's like the Fang didn't need to be that good. It never needed to be that good.
Yeah.
It came out the day it came out. I already said it was too good.
Yeah.
And it was nerfed twice since then.
I know they nerfed it a week after I bought it, so I
And
lost
it's like,
100 mil
I
value.
don't know how it got to that point where that was like allowed for so long and stuff like that. It's just like that stuff I really hate because then it just like nullifies stuff that I would argue is way harder to get.
Oh yeah, like a rapier compared to getting a Fang that you can put in like a 150 TOA.
Yeah, significantly more difficult to get, and it's just a longer journey in general. And then it's like when they do stuff like that, it's kind of disappointing. I mean, you can't get it right every time, so I kind of try to like, give them the benefit of the doubt in that regard. But I think they're doing kind of a good job. I would like to see them change it up a little bit instead of like, all right, now for the new necklace, you need 94 crafting and then 95 crafting. Like I've said this before. I think they need to like reiterate on that a little bit.
I thought the same until Gridmaster, because they like changed the size so you need like 90 string to equip it. I was so excited about that. I was like, oh my god, like this is so fair, like it's a mega rare, blah blah blah. Until Gridmaster, and I accidentally selected a scythe and I was only 67 strength, and I was like, man, fuck this shit. This is too hard. It was painful.
I would agree with both of you. Like I think they do a pretty decent job. Yeah, the Fang was a bit weird because it really just does outclass the rapier. We saw the same thing with Nightmare. They dropped Nightmare, and we have like a harmonized staff, which was like the new best in slot that passed the Sanguinesti. You had to be on the standard spellbook, but if you had like a Tome of Fire and everything, which by the way, this is back when the Tome of Fire was like 50 fucking percent. Now it's 10%. They rebalance the spells and everything, so it kind of works out. But like the harmonized staff was a fucking Giga Chad weapon, which was very bizarre, by the way. I didn't actually like how it worked necessarily, but it was the best.
I never used one.
Yeah, I mean, nobody really wanted to use. I mean, it's just obnoxious to use. They've made even more touches on that, where like if you were to equip it and then re-equip it to autocast. You'd have to like reset up the autocast every fucking time. Now now you can just do it.
Jesus Christ.
Now it just maintains it. But then they came out with a Shadow, and Shadow in every regard is just way better. And I'm like, what the, like, did you guys not think for a second of like, what, like, you just destroyed this previous best
Every other mage weapon.
Yeah, but I mean, just by a mile too. So it's not even like, okay, these kind of have niche uses, sort of. It's like, no, the Harmonize is just a piece of garbage now. And
even places
like,
where you're not supposed to mage, it's like Shadow is best. Like at Calfight Queen, you're like, yeah, just bring a Shadow. You don't even have to switch gear. I mean, I love my Shadow, but I recognize that's ridiculous.
Yeah. And I will say one thing on the Fang. One of the things that pisses me off so much is, and I understand why they sort of did it, but I still disagree, is in Toa, the Fang has that like extra damage that it normally did before they nerfed it. They've like maintained it. So not only is like the Fang already a fucking powerhouse of a weapon, it also, if you have any other weapon besides the Fang and Toa, you're trolling. So if you had a rapier, it's like even worse than it would be going up against a Fang. And it's just like, dude, like, I understand you guys want this like power to feel good, and they do the same thing with the Shadow, where the Shadow has a 4x multiplier instead of 3x, and they did it because like the T-Bow was better occasionally in some invocations, and they're like, no, the Shadow needs to be the best, so we just buff the fuck out of it. So if you don't have a Shadow, you're just trolling. It's like, guys, stop with these massive disparities between different weapons.
Yeah,
that's how I felt whenever I was playing like leagues last year, I guess. I was doing like or maybe it was 2 years ago, I don't know, whatever. I was doing a melee build, and I went to Taub and I got a rapier, and I was so excited, and I was like, oh my god, you guys, where can I use this? And everyone was like, it's actually useless. And I was like, what do you mean? And I never used it because I already had a Fang.
Yep.
And I'm like, it's so they to answer your original question, sometimes they're really good at the rebalancing. Sometimes, as they would say, they miss the mark.
The problem is like they miss the mark for some people. Like they miss the mark for me, but other people, like you guys said, like there's some people that want the power creep. They just want the game to be broken, and they don't really see the long lasting impacts of it. And so
they're not real players like us.
Yeah, like they actually technically are catering to the player base. They're catering sometimes with huge power creep to like the people that want the fucking power creep, and then for me, like my philosophy is like to make everything like the most mild steps. I always bring up the example of Dragon Boots to Prims. Dragon Boots were like 500k at the time or something, and they come out with Cerberus, and a Primordial Crystal is like fucking 30 mil, and all it's giving you is 1 strength, plus 1 fucking strength and 2 accuracy. And I
didn't
love
even know the
that.
difference, to be honest.
That's the shit I love. Just a little creeping, just tiny.
Yeah, I think the little ones are honestly like a good way to go. It's like if you go from like a rune sim all the way up to like a Fang, it's like, wow, this is gross. Like when they, obviously that's not a real example, but like whenever stuff like that happens, it's like, one, it feels like all your previous things you've done have kind of been diminished, because it's like, all right, all of that meant nothing up to this point, which is like what we want to avoid, right? Like that's like the World of Warcraft thing where all your previous stuff sucks. Which is, you know, everyone dislikes that. But yeah, I think they've done okay with the steps, kind of. But yeah, I don't know. Some of the things that it also just takes so long to change some of the like most obvious things. It's like it took them 4 years to do the blowpipe or whatever. It's like, come on, man. You're making your own problems.
Oh yeah.
That was definitely a good change. I was like, yeah, this sucks because a lot of people just love metas and stuff, but I mean I would be okay with a Shadow nerf, like a full-on type Shadow nerf. That.
I was actually about to say they're doing it again with the Shadow. I think the Shadow is one of the most poorly made weapons ever introduced in this game.
I agree.
I know we need to change it, but I love my Shadow.
No, it's so
I use it everywhere.
Disgusting to use. Yeah, you can use it everywhere.
So good.
The problem is like they like. There's a lot of players that are like, no, it's a mega rare, it needs to be super powerful. But you see the T-Bow, like a T-Bow is not powerful against a goblin. Everywhere.
Yeah,
but you don't use it against you don't use it against all these like.
They're still niche weapons.
It should be the go-to.
It's still a niche weapon. You're not going to use Scythe at Vires. Like Michelle's at Vires right now. She's not going to use a Scythe. She would look like an idiot.
I did
Also,
actually do
you
that
would
in
only hit
Gridlock.
zeros because
That's-
it's a
yeah.
fire.
I did that in Gridmaster for like 10 minutes because I was just AFK and I looked and I was like, man, this guy's tanky.
10 minutes
I haven't
of
got
swinging
here in
your
a while.
scythe. Just not dying. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like it's too good, and not only that, you've prevented yourself from making any good mage items later on. It's like
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Exactly.
where do you
how
go
can you
from
think
here?
this infinitely scaling item would fit into the game?
Yeah, it's very poor, and the niche is not a niche. It's niches. Yeah, the better your mage gear, the better it gets, and it's like against everything. Like this is not good. But
It
I
does make me
always-
want to go do all the bosses with it before they change it.
Yeah. The Sanguinesti, even though it was very basic, it had like a little healing mechanic. It was expensive to use, and it was just one max hit over the Trident of the Swamp. It was the perfect weapon that's like, this is new best in slot. It's going to be hella money. If the Shadow, they could have had some cool niche mechanic with it, but if it was just 5 or 10% better than the Sanguinesti, like even 10, like 10% better. So if you're hitting a 45, you're now hitting like a 49 or something. Just again, it could have like a 5 tick speed, whatever it is. But like if it just overall was that much better, that really is a mega rare status. I mean, it really is. You see in a lot of places, a blowpipe with dragon darts really is just slightly worse than a T-bow in many places. But the T-bow does usually outclass it against something with like high mage level. And it doesn't need to be fucking 40% better or something just out of control astronomical.
The toxic side of me is like, but I don't mind.
Yeah.
No, you're right. I think once you have the mega rare, it's like you don't want it to be touched. But the problem is like somewhere like Whisperer, if you're trying to grind out Whisperer and you don't actively try to go for a Shadow first, your kills are genuinely like 50 to 60% slower.
My God.
For one upgrade. Like even if you had a Sanguinesti compared to a Shadow, it's just so bad that you feel so bad about not having it. And I think that's something that can be very, very frustrating because then it feels like this obligation to get these mega rares. And if they
Totally.
But again, it's mostly the Shadow. But yeah.
Yeah. I've been experiencing that a lot because I'm like been working on combat achievements. I hit the master tier, so now I'm like, I'm gonna work on Grandmaster. It's gonna take my whole life, but that's okay. And so many speed times, I think you actually need to have all the mega rares. And I'm like, is there really no way that like if you try extra hard, you can get it with a little bit less good gear? Because I just borrow gear, but if I was an iron, I'd be like, I'm not even gonna go for this.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm frustrating.
It's not good. Like it's kind of it's really counterintuitive because that's like a really good feeling whenever you do get like a best in slot item where you're like, that's like all you've been like looking for. But I feel like the more you create like this Gollum, my precious type of vibe for any piece of gear in any game, it's almost never a good idea because you're gonna eventually have to take it away.
Yeah.
Like, so I think designing it like that from the get go is kind of like shooting yourself in the foot.
It is. And it is fun though. I mean, I 100% will admit like playing with really busted shit feels great, but yeah, it's not the healthiest thing to do. And listen, they could. I had also had this philosophy. A lot of people disagreed with this, but you can, in my head, you can come out with a super fucking Giga Chad weapon that's super powerful, like the Shadow, but make it super expensive to use. So a lot of people fucking hate that because a lot of people are like, I'm struggling to get my runes already because people spoon a Shadow and then they just expect them to always be able to use it. And honestly, Jagex caters to that. Like they don't really care. And I think
but like it's a mega rare. The scythe is expensive to use. The T-bow, you have to go and like get arrows and stuff. It tracks with the other stuff.
T-bow's dirt ass cheap. I mean, T-bow could be also, but
I'm just thinking good arrows.
Yeah, but like Scythe on release, you had to use 3 bloods per swing plus like a vial every 100 or something like that. And I think it's 2 now. So they have like and they've just made the Scythe even better. So like they buffed the Scythe and made it cheaper. In my head, I'm like, and again, I'm mostly talking about the Shadow here, but like the Shadow is fucking dirt cheap to use. Like it really is like 2 souls and like 5 chaos or something every 5 ticks. So the Sanguinesti was 3 blood runes every 4 ticks, which was actually pretty fucking expensive for just 1 max hit.
Yeah.
If the Shadow was like, and I again, like it doesn't have to be runes. It could have some other sort of weird thing that's somewhat easier to come by, but it does have an expense to it. I'm not going to try to like brainstorm ideas for that. But if it was just very expensive to use, where the average GP value of you shooting a cast is like 2k GP instead of what it currently is, which is like, I don't know, like 600 or 400 or whatever it is.
Oh my God,
like
it's
700 GP. Yeah. It might be a little bit more. I actually don't know the cost of runes, like Chaos runes,
Yeah,
GE value.
but I mean, it's cheaper than a scythe. I know that.
Yeah, but if you were to like triple the cost or something, because then it at least makes it so you kind of are like, okay, this is a place I want to go hard on. Like, this is a place I want to spend a bunch of money on.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the blowpipe. You have the option of like, do I want to use dragon darts? Do I want to spend more money getting higher DPS? I think that was a really good system of like, you're using Zulrah scales, which are already fucking expensive, and you're using a super expensive dart. This is like justified. Like, it's justified to have a super expensive, just spewing out GP basically
You
while
have to
you're
like
using it.
think about it more. Like, do I want to spend the money to be faster, or am I okay being slower and spending less? So then it'd be like, you know, I really want to hit as hard as I can, so I'm going to use the Shadow here. But if I'm just, because right now Shadow is so cheap that I'll just like go and kill like, I would just kill like goblins if I needed something from goblins. I would just use a Shadow. It's like, why not? Yeah. And if it's more expensive, then I'd think about that and be like, okay, maybe I'm not that ridiculous with my spending in this game.
Yeah, it's like before. I honestly think the scythe was overbuffed because of that, like money wise, because like it didn't need the money to, or it didn't need to cost less and deal more damage. Like if they just made it deal more damage, it's like, all right, cool, now it's more worth to use, because like there was that calculation of like, how fast am I killing these bosses? How many swings is it? Is it worth using this over a fang or, you know, a whip or whatever you're using? But like now that practically not doesn't exist, but like as long as you're getting value out of your hits with a scythe, it's probably worth it. Where it's like, so you don't really have to think about it too much, just like, you know, the Shadow, where it's, yeah, they need to increase the price of the Shadow. There's so many problems with the Shadow, but if it was like 10 wraths or something, nothing uses wraths, so that would be kind of interesting. But then it would also be like, all right, this is expensive. Should I use it here? Like, do I want to kill this thing faster, or is it worth a lot to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that sort of system. I'm also glad, let me just say, I mean, I wish the Shadow was just not as powerful as it was, but I am glad they've come out with the Eye of Iak, which I haven't touched yet. I'm going to be starting Delve very soon on this account, and I'm like, that seems cool, because I was talking to Scott VC, who's like a Giga Chad Iron Man, and I was like asking him, I was like, how good is like the Eye compared to the Shadow? He's like, honestly, at a lot of places, it almost feels better. I think Shadow, for the most part, just slightly outclasses, but because the Eye is like a 3-tick attacking thing, it's just so fun to use, and it feels like the visuals of it look really sick. And I'm like, dude, that's cool, because it's cool having some alternative to going for a mega rare that feels somewhat like still has that kind of a little bit of that power feel. Because I would go for an Eye, and then I'd just go to Whisperer with that. Like, fuck it, you know?
I really want the Eye, just because I heard it's like good for this is such like a random thing, but for like Nilos at Tob, it's faster. Because I never do the mages at Nilos, because I'm like, man, this is so slow. Like, I hate this. I want to melee at range. So I'm like, ooh, something fast. I want it, and I just think the design looks really cool.
It is cool.
I didn't know it was that good. That makes me really interested in it, actually.
I think feel is definitely like a big part of it. Like, no, I don't know what they could do, but 5-tick weapons, and especially 6-tick weapons, never feel very good. It's just like, it feels like seven lifetimes, especially coming from like a 2 or 3-tick weapon. It's like, oh my god. So yeah, I mean, it being 3-tick is huge. That was like the first thing I was thinking when it came out. I was like, this is pretty fast as fuck. That's pretty insane that it's 3 ticks.
Yeah, it seems so fun. I'm really excited to get it, and the Confliction gauntlets just seem super busted. So
yeah, I was surprised that I didn't see so much hype around the gauntlets, and I'm like, these are like really insane.
Yeah, they're insane. We have just gotten to a point in this game where everything, if you have max gear and max stats, you are just like, you're so fucking powerful. Like, you're unstoppable. Like, I see people doing God Wars, just soloing it with all the max gear, and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, people are just again, I'm throwing out Scott VC. Like I was watching him do this new Zammy method where you just like go into Zammy, and then as soon as you kill Krill, you just leave and then like barrage a few like minions to regain KC. This is like if you're a Grandmaster where you're just having to get like 15 KC per room.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just kill like a few, and like in that time you've killed like a few NPCs. Krill would have respawned anyway, so you're like in this infinite loop of like just being able to kill unlimited Krill without having to get like ecumenical keys and not having to wait for like its respawn time.
Yeah.
And he's just in there with his eye and his full ancestral and like shadow. You're not even using the Scobo, you're not using like Emberlight or anything. It's just straight up these mage weapons are so fucking insane that it's wild. It's wild to see.
That's how I kill bandos like that too. I freeze him and then I just mage him with my shadow and I run around as needed. And because it's just like it's so busted. I posted a video, like a short of it once, specifically not saying it was a guide. I just said like how I solo bandos. And like of course the comments being like, well, yeah, you have a shadow, blah blah blah. And I'm like, bitch, I know this video is me just flexing on you guys. Like it's really good here. So it will be unfortunate whenever they do end up nerfing it. I'll be like, man, I'm gonna start being scared of bandos again. I don't know how to do like the.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a bad thing.
Like 5-0.
I don't know how to do the 5-0, and the shadow just allows me to do things dumb. Like I don't have to try.
You cheese it.
I'm just running in a square.
Stuff, yeah.
Yeah, which I know is bad, but it's
not
also
bad.
fun at the
It's
same
not
time.
bad. It's just I feel like if you are a player that enjoys really deeply understanding like a boss's mechanics, the sort of just the ability to cheese things, it almost like stifles that sort of like growth sort of. And again, it's not like you fucking need to grow in a video game. It's a fucking video game. Like who cares ultimately? But if you are a player, like I'm a player that would enjoy to fully deeply understand a piece of content and to get super proficient at it. And the only way I even want to do that is if there's no other alternative that's just super stupid easy. Like if I could just sit there and AFK, like I'm just going to choose that because I'm human and I'm just going to choose the lazy route.
Yeah, we like easy stuff with rewards.
Yeah.
Can't help it. It's funny though, because you're like talking like cheesy and stuff, because that's kind of how I do a lot of CAs. Because people will like, come into stream, give you shit for stuff. They'll be like, oh, you're not doing it correctly, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not trying to. I just want to complete it. So I started like making videos. I only have like a few of like working my Grandmaster. And I literally named it like cheesing my way to a Zuck Helm just to be like, fuck you guys.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I was like, I'm going to do it the most scuffed way. I don't care. But I have had to learn things, unfortunately. It's pretty gross.
Yeah, she really likes doing things inefficiently.
I do, yeah.
She spent like a bill killing Scurious. So.
Stop.
Also, she's using prayer potions at Vires currently.
I don't want to run.
I do that.
That is crazy.
Respect to the people that do that, because I don't want to be. Listen, it's all about like dignity. It's you are if you are hitting
this
that
is a
altar.
Point of pride.
Yeah, if you're hitting that fucking altar over there and you're in that little bot infested little cesspool over there and you're hitting the fucking altar every 30 seconds or however long it takes to restore your prayer. Maybe you're taking long. Listen, I'm sorry. I am judging the people that are in their full prosy, losing their strength bonus, and also hitting the altar over and over.
I'm wearing bandos.
With the fact that you're like getting the door shut on you, and there's like 3 other bots like infesting.
God, I
and
hate
like
when they do that.
I'm just like, no. I'm going over to the other fucking side. I'm using my prayer pots, and I'm not dealing with any of this like
You're too
insanity.
good for them.
Yeah,
I'm
spending the prayer points. It's for my dignity.
No, I'm like a super penny pincher in RuneScape. I'm like, I can do this 0 cost. Oh hell yeah, sign me up.
I'll be like that sometimes, but like I got money in game recently. Well, like a couple months ago, I got 2 pairs of boots from Delve, so I got like 600 mil. So I'm like, I'm just buying like all kinds of stuff just to use for a day and then resell it. So I'm just like, I'm gonna use my prayer pots. Also, that would be like so rude of me to our host this week, Sater, to be clicking that much. So
yeah,
that is true.
A good guess.
3 clicks go crazy.
3 clicks do go crazy. What if someone closes the door on me? That's 4 clicks.
Yep.
They do that too.
You might pass away.
Assholes.
No, it definitely. I think if you're trying to focus up a little bit more, it's nice having like those prayer pots. Do you use prayer regenerations? or whatever they're
No,
called.
dude, I
Those
forget
things are
they
fucking
exist.
expensive, I think.
I've never even used one.
They're
Yeah,
probably
I don't
not
think I've ever
worth
used
in
it.
most places, but because I'm an iron, there's no GP cost to it. If I have them, there's so many places where they're actually so good to use. Like they just feel good.
Isn't there a food that does that too now?
That gets your prayer up?
Yeah.
And there might be like the moonlight,
hunting
sunlight,
food.
whatever. I never use those.
Yeah, I haven't used it either.
The prayer regens are so nice because what they have revolutionized like pickpocketing, because you're constantly regaining just one prayer point. And so if you have just barely enough prayer stats, like I think it's like plus 18 or whatever it is, you'll get to the point where you will, even if you have redemption on perma, you'll always slightly just be regenning just by like a tick, just like an extra. You're like your prayer bonus is high enough for it. So what you can do is just like pray redemption the whole time, and you just drink one sip of that. It lasts like 7.5 or 8 minutes or something, and you basically can just get stunned as many times as you want with just one sip, instead of having to like eat food or drink a bunch of prayer pots and keep like rejuvenating with redemption.
That's nice. I
Yeah,
never
it's
considered that.
Super game changing. Highly recommend using those if you're pickpocketing.
I'll have to do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's the other one that I never use and everyone tells me I should, that you make with, I'm so sorry for say the demon come. What is that fucking pot?
Surge pots.
Like,
Surge
the
potions.
surge pots.
Yeah.
They're so good and everyone's like, use it. And I'm like, man, I'm a main. I don't want to make a pot. I made like 20 and I'm like, ew, I hate this. I never want to do this again.
No.
But
You
those
do.
things are so good. They're so good.
So I bring them everywhere. I am
Really?
honestly. So when I started killing Yama, you get the barrel of demonic tallow or demonic cum,
Yes,
like you said.
that's what it's called. Demonic cum.
Yeah. And like you get a barrel of it, and I was like, oh, like this is probably enough for, I don't know, 10 or something. It's a fucking 100 of them. So you get 75 4-dose surge pots from just one of those buckets, as long as you have the torstals, which is obviously your gate kept as an iron. You don't have like
I wouldn't
infinite amount of
understand.
torstals, yeah. But like the fact that I now have, I think I have like 700 4-dose surge pots in my bank, and I use them fucking everywhere. Like I love them. There was such a good addition to the game. I love them.
They're really good because I kept going for like speed running CAs and stuff, and everyone's like, "You need to bring surge pots," and I'm like, "You need to mind your own business." But then I ended up just I made like 20 of them, and I was like, "Fine, it wasn't that bad." I understand at the same time, logically, I thought, "Oh, this isn't that bad," but right now, since it's been a couple weeks, I'm like, "No, that sounds really bad. I can't do that again."
Yeah.
I just have to be motivated for it.
The fact that they're untradeable is bizarre. Like I think it was something to do with PvP, maybe. I don't even know, but that
definitely could be. I mean, I get it, and it's probably best that they're not. But as a lazy main, I do wish that they were just tradable.
yeah, no, me as an Iron Man wish they were tradable for mains. Like I want, like the main game should not have these Iron Man restrictions. Just make it so everything's tradable. Like just
it's kind of bizarre.
Yeah.
I think the whole game should just be Iron Man.
Shut up.
Listen. The thing, you know what pisses me off the most about untradable stuff is, I would say the Soul Reaper axe is the thing that pisses me off the most about untradables, because, well, one, DT2 in general, the vestiges and the axe pieces, you don't see like the pink beautiful beam on the ground because it's untradeable. So it's just like, oh, here's your untradeable piece of junk, which has an insane value to it, but it's like it's not actually worth anything until you make it. But so that pisses me off, just the visual aspect. So if they had just made all those things tradable, I'd be so much happier. And what pisses me off so much is when I was going for Duke Pet on Sae Bae, I think I had like 18 Eyes of Duke, something fucking ridiculous.
Holy shit.
And I spooned the Leviathan pet at 83 KC. So like I'm never going back to Leviathan basically.
Yeah.
And so I'm never going to make 18 fucking Soul Reaper axes. So I have 17 like eyes that would be worth like 100 mil each, that are just complete garbage. Like I will just drop them. Like I will never get any use out of it unless I go kill like 10,000 fucking Leviathan and then 10,000 of the other two bosses to make that Soul Reaper axe. Like I understand the philosophy of it was to make the Soul Reaper axe like artificially more expensive because nobody wants to complete a full axe. But Jesus fucking Christ, like getting something that should be expensive and you can't do anything about it unless you kill 3 other bosses is
and 17 times.
So
Time to
tempting.
make a new obscure series where you get 17 axes.
Yeah,
Oh
there
god,
you
no! I
go.
never want to go back to Leviathan. I did not like Leviathan, even with max gear. That shit was not fun.
How many KC did it take to get the pet?
83 at Leviathan. I never got the Duke
83.
pet. I was like 8,000
I was gonna
something.
ask. I was like, you got that right, surely?
Nope.
Damn, you just
Nope,
gave
nope.
up.
Well, I started playing this account, so yeah.
I
I've started
Made
killing
you
Duke
quit.
on this account too, but I'm like, ooh, if I get Baron on this would be actually dope. I love Baron. My favorite.
mean, how would you know if you don't have him?
That's a good point.
I'm sorry,
I've
that was very
seen
toxic
him.
of me. I was
I've
just starting
seen
drama.
him. Yeah.
It's kind of a shame how bad they fumbled all the rewards from those bosses.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Like,
just
like they were so bad for so long.
I like that now they've okay, this is like not quite the same, but that they've changed it to show the
Yeah, I
gold
was like, how they
rings.
only do the ring change like 2
People are
months ago
saying
or
that
whatever?
before it's even out. They're like, please indicate to us
Yeah.
if we had a chance or if it's counting towards the vestige.
Like, I don't think a single person was like, "Oh yeah, I love not knowing." Like,
I actually did. I'll be honest. I think because I got lucky on Sae Bae, I didn't mind not knowing.
Wow.
I did mention well, first of all, I'm a little bit annoyed by the gold ring mechanic because you lose a normal loot roll for it.
It should
Yeah.
give you normal loot as well
Yeah.
and be like, and
But-
a gold ring.
I liked the idea of like Vard if they had like torches around the room where like they're unlit if you haven't had a roll, they light up a little bit if you had one roll, and then they are like super lit if you're at 2 rolls. So it's like the kind of like, ooh, it's getting intense.
Yeah,
It could be
I
any
like
drop now.
that. Yeah, I remember when it came out too. I was just like, they could even just put in the box, like the chat box, like, oh, you have a feeling like you're on the way to getting something lucky or some shit.
That's
yeah.
true. That's true.
There's a lot of things they could have done. I think with the gold ring though, they definitely should keep normal loot too. Cause yeah, I did go and get it and it was exciting because I got like my first gold ring and I was like, yeah, and I was like, oh, it could have been like a pet though or something. I don't know.
it sucks because it does feel like the laziest thing they could have done.
I wonder like I mean, I don't know how it is for them behind the scenes. I'm like, was there no other way to do it?
No,
Like,
it's like there has to have been.
there has to have been, yeah.
I mean, it's all right. I'm not really upset by that really, but what I am upset by genuinely is the muddying of ingots. So like they have these fucking ingots that by the way, I didn't like the ingot mechanic. If it was up to me, it would have just been here's the Ultor ring dropped.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I understand
Honestly-
maybe they wanted to combine it with the DK's rings, but they didn't even need to do that. Like honestly, I don't even think the combination of I think it would have been worth to just drop the ring, and that would have looked fucking sexy on the ground. Like
Yeah.
that alone would have been worth any sort of balancing with. Yeah, I don't know. I would have been all about that, but
Dude, I feel like I don't even know how to make that fucking ring because like it's
it is
cool.
a headache and a half. I actually
Like,
know.
it's cool they're doing this stuff, but why are you making everything so convoluted?
This was the full I got my Ultor vestige at 1715 just last week
Oh, yeah.
on this account.
Walk us through it.
It's literally okay. So I picked up the vestige, went to the bank, grabbed my imbued B ring, unimbued it, used a chisel on it, broke it down into a piece, went to Relica, talked to Pure the Seer that combines the two into making the Ultor or the Ultor vest or whatever it's called, the Ultor ring piece or whatever the fuck it's called. And then you got to go with 500 blood runes. Actually, no, you had to bring the 500 blood runes to Pure this year. So I had to teleport twice because I didn't realize you actually had to bring those blood runes. Bring the 500 blood runes. Then you have to bring a ring mold and I want to say a gold bar at a furnace
Ass,
and then use the things together. It's just fucking like.
I'm sorry,
the hell's
what?
going on?
bro.
Why?
It's just the whole
There's
issue.
got to be a better
I
way.
feel like they started losing the plot when they did that with like all the bando stuff. I was like, all right, cool, I guess, whatever.
And they're like, let's do that with rings to make it 5 more steps.
Yeah. And then like all the memes came up. I mean, they're memes, but like it's a real ass thing. Like, are we gonna have like rings down the line where it's like, all right, you gotta do like 85 steps to make the new best in slot ring? It's like, dude,
It's also untradeable for mains until you do these 85 steps.
so
Yeah,
ass. Like
it's bad.
It's
Man,
not fun. It's not rewarding, even if you get it.
Yeah.
it's not.
Obviously, getting it is nice, but it's not a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't want to have to pull up the wiki and follow an entire like checklist of items
Mm-hmm.
just to make a ring.
If an Ultor ring dropped on the ground, that would have been so
It'd be so
sexy.
good.
It would have just been a pink beam showing however
Yep.
fucking 150 mil. Like, oh my God, that would have slapped so hard. And then the
Yep.
ingot system, they got rid of, like, listen, why are, oh yeah, that's what I forgot to say. You have to have 3 fucking ingots as well to use. That's right. It's not a gold bar. It's 3 ingots at the furnace.
Oh
I
my
was
God.
like, what's the bars you have to use? The fucking 3 ingots. Which, by the way, you could just make on your own just using like 20 rune and 20 addy bars. So like whenever you
didn't
get
know
an
that.
ingot now, it feels like pure shit. Like it's just, this was a wasted fucking roll that means nothing to me, basically.
True.
So
I
yeah.
hate that system so bad. Even like whenever I get the ingots, I'm like, what is this again? And then like I have to look up to be like, what are the ring drops called? Like they're not rings, they're like parts of rings. Like I don't even know what the fuck is going on at the DTT bosses.
it's bad. Actually, I kind of want to talk about your guys' podcast. So one thing I did notice was the little thumbnail change, which, by the way, huge fan of. It looks fucking
Thank
clean. Who made that, by the way?
It was someone on Fiverr. I
Yeah.
could pull up their name. Well, Robert, if you want to say the inspiration behind it.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
yeah,
see it.
well-
If you actually, I have it pulled up right here. I want to show it.
Yeah,
to
we
them.
always get like go through artists on Fiverr, and they tend to do a pretty good job.
People were telling us to just do AI, and I'm like, why would I?
Nah.
I'm such an AI hater, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
But especially with art, like it just feels like disrespectful to me, which might sound cheesy to some people, but like Robert's sister's like an artist, and it just feels like, I don't know, like
Yeah.
a slap in the face to artists to be like, I just searched it, and it's a little scuffed if you look too close, and I'll be like, girl, no.
Yeah, I'm also like not an AI god or anything, so it's hard typing in capybara wearing bandos.
We did type it just to get an idea to send to the artist, and then I ended up just drawing in paint because the AI prompts were not prompting, but it was at 7heavens _ named Gel on Fiverr. They're such a good artist, and they had it done in like a few days.
Yeah, they're very easy to work with.
Yeah.
It looks
But-
really fucking clean.
Thank you. Yeah, we've always like had capybaras being our little thing on the stream. Like our emotes are capybaras, sub badges. I have a capybara tattoo, and yeah, we knew we wanted that, and then we just think that the Bandos gear is iconic. I want to justify that a little bit because a lot of people were like, "Why wouldn't you get Torva? Like that's the best in slot." I'm like, first of all, it's ugly.
It blocks
Yeah.
your fucking face too. How's a
I know,
capybara
we're gonna-
supposed to wear that? Yeah.
I'm like, are we supposed to make it shaped like a capybara's head underneath the Torva? Like, be for real. No. And this looks way cuter.
Yeah, Torva's not even iconic. I'm sorry. Like
It's
Bandos is
not.
the iconic. Yeah, that's a
Exactly.
Good call on that.
Yeah.
Thank you. So yeah, we were like spent a few days trying to find artists because it's something that we were talking about doing for like probably over a year. We're just lazy.
Yeah, because like our old one, it was just like something I randomly mocked up
Yeah.
like 6 years ago or whatever it was. Like just one day I was like, all right, this is it. And then that it was, when
It was our icon for years.
when you're working on stuff, you're not thinking like about a rebrand. So it's like that it was just like this trashy thing that I just randomly came up with.
Yeah, he just copied like the RuneScape logo, but made it like B.
Yeah, like different. It's like,
This looks very, very clean.
Thank you. I love it so much. And then I'm like, oh, technically I could put this on my taxes to be like, it was a business
Ooh.
expense.
yeah.
Aye.
So yeah, how's the pod going? I actually just was looking before this. You just got No Monkey on.
Yeah, I've been trying to have more guests on. Hopefully I'll have you on soon. So I keep saying for a full year, apparently. But every other week I've been trying to have guests on. It's been a lot of fun because Robert doesn't join for the guest episodes because he has
I don't. It
a little
started.
social anxiety baby.
It started as like
One week you're busy. And
yeah,
then
like, I was busy, and then I was thinking about it. I was like, because of like our old, before we started talking on the pod just now, we're talking about how like our old mic setup wasn't that
it was
good,
ass.
and it was like even more interrupting when there was like a third person because it was like, the Discord thing where you're talking, so someone else isn't talking, so it was kind of like that weird thing. So it wasn't the best our setup. So I was like, I think it'd be a better product if it was just like Michelle doing the interviews. So then now I don't want to come on, even though we fixed our mic setup, because then it's like,
I think we'll have you rejoin eventually, but like I was talking about whenever I had Gnome on last week, that because usually I'll have like just like girls that I'm friends with in RuneScape on, and then I was like, I can't have Robert not join for those episodes and then join when there's a man here. That feels like sexist. So for like feminism reasons, he's not invited this week.
Hey, brother. Like, I'm just like, oh, Rob's coming on his first appearance.
I
Yeah,
know.
just a
They're like,
guy.
dang, Robert doesn't want to talk to women. That's crazy. Like, you know someone to
that's
think it.
crazy.
No.
Especially because like
You there's a woman on
it
something.
was like Gnome, and I was like, oh, I didn't want to be on when it was like Gnome. One, he's like more popular. He's a guy. It's like
pandering to like the popular men in the community.
so. Maybe eventually, since our audio's fixed, I'll come back on. But yeah, it was just more easier at the time. So Michelle does all that.
Totally.
I was telling him, I was like, yeah, I think you guys would have gone along, but he was not invited. Not this week. Can't have that. But it's been a lot of fun. It's funny because like there's been a couple times, probably in the first like 3 years, because we've been going for almost 5 years now. In the first 3 years, there's a few times that we're like, oh, like, should we quit? Blah, blah, blah. And now I feel like the past year, we've like definitely locked in more and we're enjoying it more.
Yeah.
And like putting
Hell
more
yeah.
effort into it, which has been a lot of fun.
That's really cool. That's like when
Yeah.
that's when podcasting feels good. When it feels like it's easy, it feels fun.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Exactly. And I think that
I was gonna say, yeah, you're at episode. I mean, I know we've been kind of like neck and neck with episodes
We have.
240 because I'm trying to think. Like, are there? I know there's probably maybe a couple, maybe one or two more podcasts that maybe have more episodes. I think like maybe it's XP Waste or actually, let me see what XP Waste is at.
I think
with
that they're like
episodes.
very similar too. Like we're all three, because you started in what year did you start?
2020 at very end of 2020.
Okay, and we started beginning of 2021.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think they started around the same time or a couple months before us too. But just like, it's fun because whenever we started, I was not in the RuneScape community at all. Like I played RuneScape. I'd never spoken to anyone. I'd never been on Twitch. I didn't listen to any podcasts. I thought we were the only RuneScape podcast. Like I didn't know shit.
I mean, to be fair, like it was like, the year leading up to it.
We were all
making the
COVID podcasters.
It seemed like there was like almost none or like very few, especially on Spotify, of like, the RuneScape podcast. And then
Yes.
like, I feel like as soon as, I don't know if it's like confirmation bias, like as soon as you see a red car, you see a ton of red cars, but it's like
now there's so many.
Once we started making episodes, I feel like there was like suddenly 5, like at the same time.
Yeah, that's but I think we all sort of started at like that prime time. I don't know when. I don't know how long XP Waste's been going on for. How long? I can't even.
I had them on the podcast, and I think they started within like 3 months of us in 2021. But I don't know if it's
Okay,
before or
wow.
after.
That's
It's just, yeah.
crazy. And I'm also trying to see, is there any way to see how many episodes they have? Because they don't actually number theirs.
Dang it. No.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you
I'd
could
have
like
to just manually fucking count them.
yeah, right. You could just go and individually count them real quick if you want. We could
Yeah,
wait.
just real quick. Yeah. No, but I'm sure they've done a lot because they post basically every week as well. And so
Yeah.
they're probably, we're probably around the same.
I think it's really just surprising in general that all like at least our 3 podcasts have continued.
Yeah.
Because it's typical they last like 2 years.
See, until
Or
recently, that
2
got
episodes,
rest
yeah.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They either burn out right away or they're like after a year they're like, all right, well, I'm kind of done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that like over time we've been enjoying it more. And like having guests on more frequently too, I think is helping my social anxiety a lot too. Because I get really nervous when we have guests on, no matter who it is, even if it's like someone that I'm like talk to every day. I'm just like, okay, this is gonna be awkward because I've never spoken to you out loud. But I'm pushing myself a little bit. I probably should have you on, Robert, because it would help your social anxiety too.
I don't have any. What do you mean?
Okay. Anyway, liar. It was nice because yesterday, this is like a segue a little bit, but we went to MapleCon for Maple Story.
Yeah, it's a convention for Maple Story.
Yeah,
It's
Robert
just
plays that
Rune-
game.
It's like RuneFest.
Yeah.
Where was it?
And
It was in LA.
yeah, like
Okay.
Long Beach, because
Nice,
we're in
nice.
San Diego, so it's pretty close. But
Yeah.
we had to go in separate lines because Robert got the fancy ticket because he actually plays, and I was like, I'm not spending $300 on a ticket. I don't even play this game. So
it was way too expensive.
I went with all like the cheap general admission people, and I was talking to 3 people in line we were in line for 3.5 hours together, and I like made friends with them, and I was like, wow, I don't think I could have done this before. Like I would have just not spoken to anyone. We even took like a little picture at the end. It was cute.
Yeah, podcast therapy.
Yeah. Podcast
Nice.
therapy.
That is so cool. Isn't that funny though? Like just be a podcaster. Like it's just like it's so goofy because it's so fucking like basic now, you know. I mean, it has been basic for years, but like I'm gonna start my own podcast. It's good, but
at least we have like themes, because you know some people do it and they just like talk about their lives, and people think that's entertaining, but to me, I'm like, I can't do that.
You need the themes. Yeah, I would be like too uncomfortable to just talk about whatever the fuck all the time, and it's just like a mishmash of just anything I'm thinking. I would be like,
I don't know how they could do
sorry.
that.
Like, I'm sorry to my audience listening to this. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I would have quit like a million years ago if we didn't have like the easiest.
Yeah.
Like,
the fact that we just have go over RuneScape news is really easy. Because you have the guest on, so I feel like you have to like try harder for sure. Because you're like, what am I gonna talk to everyone about? I'm trying to like, oh my gosh, seeing you like have all these guests on, I think also inspires me too. I'm like, oh, I need to have more guests on too. I can't do it as much as you though. You're like in my mind like a social butterfly. I'm like, how do you do this shit?
That's the crazy thing. I genuinely am so introverted. And so I have had, like, don't get me wrong, like I have had some forced experiences that have kind of pushed me out on like to be more sort of quote unquote extroverted. But like after a full podcast, like when I talk to somebody for 3-4 hours, like time to fucking decompress for the next like 3 days, basically. Like, that's
why I'm just doing it every other week. I'm like, nah, I can't do this every week. That's too exhausting.
every week is fine for me. But like one of the things that really helped me, because like as a kid, I was deathly afraid of answering the fucking phone. Mainly because I'm a kid and like they're always trying to talk to my parents, and so I don't know who the hell is gonna be on the home phone, and I'm like, hello, and it's like some doctor. I'm like, oh god, like it was just so scary to answer the phone. And then I went on like my Mormon mission, like we talked about in the last episode.
Helped a lot.
It helped a fuck ton because I was the guy that had to have the phone on me in a lot of like my companionships with the other guys, and so I was also like Spanish speaking, so like I now have to answer the phone because my companion doesn't know any fucking Spanish, and I'm the one like having to answer. So it was just forced on me. Like I have to do this, and so like I would have paid fucking money to not do it, but I'm like, all right, I'm just stuck here. And then I eventually just got comfortable enough. Yeah, and I'm approaching people, complete strangers in a missionary outfit, like talking to random people door to door and on the street, and I'm like, all right, I've pretty much been cured of any sort of social anxiety,
actually.
But
I'm not religious, but I'm like, maybe I should do that too. I should go on a Mormon mission just to help me out.
Don't do it. There are caveats to that, which is like I do have some regrets of having brought people into paying this organization 10% of their money now to $250 billion corporation. I'm just like, oh,
you got them into like a MLM.
Immoral. Yeah, literally. I mean, that's what it feels. It's like this like fucking private club that you just have to pay 10% of your
multi-level Mormoning
income to. That's a whole nother.
But at least it helped your anxiety. Hey, you scammed a bunch of people, but let's go.
Damn.
It did. But I'm still with you where like I will get a guest on and I will be nervous. Like even after 5 years of doing it, I still will get a guest. I'm like,
no one wants to feel awkward.
Yeah. I think that's good, honestly, because like I doubt anyone that cares, like you, us, or whoever has guests on. Like I'm sure everyone gets nervous because one, you care about it, and two, you don't want to look like an idiot or whatever. Mm-hmm. So it's like that. At least that means that you're still like going out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
You know,
I've gone.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say I think I've just gotten better at like the more I do it, the more I get better. Because whenever I first listen to like old episodes with guests, there's a lot of like or like pauses I have to cut out because I'm like, oh shit, what do I ask them? And now I've gotten better at last second being like, raids, what do you think of raids? And it might not always be the most exciting thing, but at least I'm always able to think of something if there's like any pauses.
That I think over time you just start finding little ways to keep the conversation feeling like more natural. I will say I feel like there's even more nerves that can happen with you because you're on camera, and some of the time your guests are on camera, some of the time they're not. So you're the only one being perceived by the audience and everybody else. So
I don't
yeah.
mind when they're not on camera because then they can't see me. So if I feel like I'm looking awkward because I'm like, oh my gosh,
your
what am I
camera's
gonna
not on their
say?
end.
She records it separately.
Yeah,
Okay,
so they
okay.
can't see me. But I mean, I know I'm recording myself, but I'm kind of just used to that with the streaming 4 days a week
Okay.
too and like the podcast. But yeah, they can't see me. Oh my God, imagine. I'm just like, you're watching me, but I can't see you. You know, no one was actually supposed to have his camera on and he couldn't figure it out on Discord. So we were like, all right, let's just put a picture of you.
I'm very glad that the Sae Bae cast is just audio only, because that would just be one extra element of like, God damn it, like, because
Yeah.
with me having a camera on, it's just something so subconscious. Like I start thinking about how I'm looking, like what my
Yes.
facial expressions are, because I don't want to
Exactly.
look like my mouth's open, like drooling, or just whatever
You don't
the
want
fuck
to
I'm
look
doing.
bored.
Yeah.
Even if that's just your face.
And that is like just at least twice as exhausting. Like I would get even
Yes.
more drained from that. So I'm definitely blessed to have just like designed the podcast to be just audio only, because I was very tempted. I still do have
Yeah.
the temptation of making like video podcasts, but I don't know. I
It
think
took us like 2 years to even start doing video. And
Yeah.
then sometimes it's just like you're not really feeling it, but we're committed now. But I was actually excited that you did no video because I'm like, now I can just sit here and like try to quietly sip my coffee or like look like I'm just not having to smile.
Yeah.
You're
And
still
we're customer
filming yourself,
service
right? Because
too,
I'm
so-
gonna pull your video overlaid on the Sae Bae cast. Just you, just full screen
No,
you, and with
fuck
the
up.
rest
I
of
thought
us
you were
talking.
serious. I was like, am I supposed to be recording right now? I'm just like in my pajamas, looking
it's-
panicked.
It's just me and Rob talking, like, and then it's just panning on just Michelle the whole fucking time, just like seeing all her
Jesus
facial
Christ.
expressions.
Zoomed in on her
Zoomed out,
mouth.
yeah.
My fucking nightmare. Oh my God. I thought you were serious. That scared me
Oh
so
my
bad.
fucking God. No.
Yeah, we were just talking about before we got on here. We're like, oh, I'm glad he doesn't do the
The video.
the video, because like, and also I think that's honestly kind of like a big advantage in a way, where it's like we're definitely not the only ones that have thought that. So it's like people show up here with like lower defenses because
That's what I tell everyone too when they're on the podcast. I'm like, you don't have to have video. And I'm like, a lot of people recently too just like don't want to have video. And I'm
Yeah.
cool with it too. I'm like, whatever.
it's like showing up with a suit, you feel awkward, like any like that type of vibe. It's like people are gonna be maybe less talkative because they feel like they have to look away or they look goofy or whatever.
Yeah. I think it's usually
Yeah.
people who like do streaming who are more down to have the camera on because they're just used to it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's also one of the issues with doing video, is then you're gonna have like just random episode. At least in my view, I have OCD, so like I don't want some episodes being full video and then some just not, because then people are gonna be like, oh, this one's not a video one, so I'm just gonna skip till the video one.
Yeah.
If it's all the same, they're like, okay, like this is just what it is.
That's why like I'll always, even if the guests have a picture, I'll always just put me. So I'm like, all right, there's at least some video going on here.
Mm,
You can always catch like a little cat climbing on my shoulder.
hell yeah.
Something cute.
I do kind of want to talk about Gridmaster a little bit. I didn't play it personally, but
You're not hitting the gritty. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
I
What do
didn't
we
hit the
hang
gritty. I think I've always been just very hesitant toward temporary game modes. I think I even mentioned that in our last
I think
episode,
last
most
year's
likely.
right after leagues or during leagues. Yeah.
Yeah, it just
It's hard.
Gridmaster
It's reasonable.
seems good enough because it's so short, but I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather just grind the iron.
Yeah. Gridmaster, like, it's fun. I haven't completed. I still have like 5 tiles left, but now I'm like, I think I mentioned at the beginning, like I'm doing like the homie hunt thing. So I have to actually like try to help my team because I've been slacking since it started a few days ago. But it's fun. I do kind of prefer leagues still, just because in leagues it's nice that you can do anything and get a task. You'll just be like, oh, I'm gonna go like make this random like sword, and it's like, oh shit, that was points. Okay, cool. Like you just get points in
There's
this random
more
stuff.
dopamine.
There's more
That's
dopamine,
true.
exactly. Whereas in Gridmaster, it's like there is 47 points of dopamine, and that is it. And you know when they're gonna happen. So there's no incentive to go and like try your busted skills at like random bosses. You're like, you have a path in mind, which is like good and bad because it's nice to not be sitting there on the wiki, but that's part of like the fun experience to me, is like being on the wiki, making a list of all the stuff you're gonna do. And you don't really get that as much in Gridmaster, but I kind of like how short it is. It's nice, so then you could get back to the mains.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It does seem. Yeah. So are you both playing it, or did you both already play it?
Yeah, we both got to practically the same point. Like I have 6 tiles left, she has 5. So
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
almost exactly all the same ones.
We might
Like
still finish.
we haven't done like the Awaken. We haven't done Inferno in under 30.
Weirdly, we haven't even done top because we're waiting to do it together, and we
Yeah.
just keep not having time to do it together.
Yeah, so it's like all like there's just like more endgame ones that we just haven't got around to yet. But
Yeah.
I'm glad it's shorter because like you were just way too powerful. Like you were literally just like
Yeah.
a human machine gun with like the amount of damage you were putting out. It was just like destroying waves of enemies was nothing.
Yeah. In leagues, that would take you a few weeks to get to that point.
Yeah, like almost immediately. You were just so immensely powerful. I misunderstood how powerful you're gonna be. Like I knew you were going to be, but I didn't think it'd be like you have all of everything that's ever been devised.
Yeah, you didn't have to make choices like in leagues. You just get stuff.
Yeah, you're just so powerful. So I mean, I honestly think it kind of. I see like they probably do it, partly for the experienced players as like a, like a break, I guess. But I think they kind of hope new players come and join for the event, and I feel like that's not the best because then.
Really?
Yeah, because it gives like a weird misconception that
Oh, it's not how the game is at all.
yeah, it's not, and I think people might fall off just because of that.
Yeah.
Because like it's not what they expected.
Well, it's like the same with leagues. I think that leagues brings in a lot of new players. And there's also like a lot of recurrent players that come in for leagues that only play for these short-term events, which I don't think is like a bad thing because you're still getting people to buy the memberships or whatever. But anyway, they're not going to stick around.
Yeah, I honestly also like I thought of this about like Project Zenaris and stuff like that too,
R.I.P.
where it's like they try to even address it where they're like, oh, we have separate teams for this stuff. I'm like, sure you do. Like one, I know you probably don't, but like two, it's like I know that this takes away from realistic dev time, and I kind of hate that because.
Yeah, I honestly I think Project Xanaris was a good call to cancel that. I think.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm like,
He was Roger's a Project Zenaris hater.
Yeah, that was easily one of the worst ideas I've ever. Whoever cooked that up should straight up not be fired, but they need to like.
Dramatic. My God.
It's
I
just,
didn't think it was like the worst thing. I just felt like this is not the time to do something like this. Like if the game was on a decline, consistently declining, then I think something like really crazy and radical, like here's a bunch of private servers to enjoy. Like I think that would have probably been the move. But when the game is in its peak state, yeah, like we don't need to be like, I don't know, diverting your player base into these private servers. That
like, we have a separate team. I'm like, cool, put that team on raids 4. Like, what are you doing?
Or into any issue that's actively in the game, like how smithing, how that sucks.
Yeah, rework some of the trash that's been in the game since forever.
Yeah, exactly.
I you know what I want so fucking badly? It's sort of selfish, but I just want a new permanent game mode. I've been wanting that for years, though. I want a new permanent game mode.
Man?
It could be anything, but preferably not. I mean, I would be okay with the. You guys probably already heard my hardcore main man worlds, where it's like a separate server, hardcore. But honestly, I think an even better one would just be in the main game, non-hardcore, non-group, just a new sort of solo experience. It doesn't even have to be solo. It could kind of be like a sort of mithril man where you can trade with other mithril men, or bronze man or something where you can do. It doesn't really matter what it is. I just want something fresh, brand new high scores, and it's permanent. Like I want that so fucking bad.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty cool. I like the from time to time having the fresh star worlds or whatever, but then everything just devolves into like the sweatiest stuff because obviously it's not going to last forever. So it's like I want to see how far I can get. So everything turns
like the grid. It just became speed run.
Yeah, everything turns into a speed run. Like we've all been here before.
Because nothing's permanent like that.
So it's like I don't like that. So the permanence would be nice.
Dude, like when they dropped Iron Man and when they dropped hardcore, I was there for hardcore. Like I played hardcore the minute of release. Like I was playing that shit. That shit was the most exciting fucking thing ever. Brand new permanent game mode. It was hardcore, which I obviously would prefer at this point not have anything that can be like deleted, sort of like your status gets deleted or whatever. But
Yeah.
man, Iron Man mode, like all the series that were popping off on this brand new mode that was restrictive, and then it's permanent.
That's so
Like
fun.
that shit I want. And literally the last time we got that, if you discount group, that was 2016. Like it's almost been
A
My
decade.
it
God.
literally has been like 9 years since hardcore, and it's been 11 years since Iron Man and UIM. Over 11 years.
Jesus.
I'm like, I would love it.
I
Yeah.
want them to be like the bronze man because that's something that interests me. Because I play like a main, so I can't imagine wanting to stay iron all the time because you have to keep going doing those little grinds. But the bronze man being able to like buy stuff that you got, I'm like, I'm super down for that, and I feel like they're aware that people came up with that idea. Like
Yes.
maybe talk about it in your next game jam. I don't know.
Now, is that something where, because some people see Bronze Man as you can also PK players for stuff, and I feel like that
Oh.
would go completely against the purpose of it because you
Yeah,
could
that's just a main.
well, yeah, because you could just like, yeah, you just kill a main that has a scythe and like, oh, okay, well now I just can buy a
Yeah,
scythe all the
I
time
feel
because I
like-
just claimed it.
I don't like it with the PvP because I think
Me
that would just
neither.
incentivize people to be like, okay, this is my alt. I just went and bought a bunch of gear. Now I'm gonna let my account kill it. Like what?
Exactly.
No, I feel like you can do PvP. Just like the bronze unlocking part would only,
Or yeah, you could do
Yeah, like you could do PvP, but that's
drop.
not unlocking anything because people will do
Yeah.
a Bronze Man series. Like I think Frame's done that, and that is how you unlock the ability to like use their weapons is by killing them for
Oh
it.
no,
But Bronze Man, I like the
No.
Iron Man Bronze Man aspect of
yeah,
it more.
yeah.
Yeah, like if you get a scythe from some PKing, cool, you could keep the scythe, but you can't buy more scythes.
Yeah.
because you didn't actually get it.
That feels like you're trying to game the system, which I'm
Yeah.
like you're imposing those things on yourself already. It's like if you just wanted to play main, go play main.
Yeah.
Like I feel the same way. I'm definitely probably in the minority when like it comes to this, but like I feel the same way when people like try to do like mass raids on their iron just to feed their iron,
Ooh, yeah.
the loot. I'm
Oh, yeah.
like, cool, I get it. It's a strategy, but like you're gaming the system. Like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Like
I see.
you're just giving like you're
Ooh.
giving yourself a bunch of loot, like whatever.
Okay, what about the people who will have people join their group irons just to give them drops and then leave it?
Yeah.
The
I'm like,
group
that-
iron thing is fucking weird. The
I'm like,
fact that there's
that's
like a
just
black
main with extra
market.
steps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like just play the regular game. Like what-
We know someone that like did that, I think, for a BOFA, like on an old account. And I'm like, that doesn't sound very Iron Man of you. But
The
Yeah,
group
it's-
Iron Man makes almost zero sense because it's just like nobody. I get it if you're like a hardcore, like people care about the status. Nobody, not a singular person cares about a fucking green helm. Like nobody is like, wow, that's impressive that you got this thing on a green helm. Like nobody is like caring about
Yeah.
that. It feels
yeah,
like it's so
that one's
the
just
fact-
more fun with friends.
Yeah, and, like you're like overpaying for like a mega rare on I don't. It's weird because
No, I
they
don't
will literally
understand
sell
that.
things on Group Iron, man, like that little market that they have, and everything's like 3 times more expensive or something than
Oh,
just being a
weird.
main.
I'm like, just have a main and play with your friends. Like, what are you
Yeah, it's
doing?
Interesting.
Yeah, I generally don't get any of that stuff. So
Yeah.
kind of the same way for
So-
Bronze Man or Mithril Man, whatever ways. I'm sure there's ways to game everything. People have too much time to think about this stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
like, if we can just avoid that, that'd
As
be
much as we
cool.
can.
Like I will obviously, but I mean, it's not like other people's games even affect me. It's just kind of a weird like flex, I
think it's
guess.
just weird when people do stuff like that and then they'll start like showing it off. Like people who buy their Inferno capes, if you're gonna buy your Inferno cape and just use it, whatever.
Yeah,
If you're
like-
gonna buy your Inferno cape and show up my chat and be like, you haven't done Inferno, I'm like, bro, we all know you haven't done Inferno.
I couldn't care less. You bought everything on your account. I couldn't.
Yeah. But people just get weird about like they'll do like the weird tradey thing to get like a mega rare on the group iron and then they don't like want to tell people. They like want to keep it a secret. And I'm like, we all know you didn't get that
Interesting.
drop. Yeah.
What's you know what they should have done with the group Iron Man is made it so your collection log is shared. Like, why the
Oh.
fuck didn't they do that? You could still have it so if you ever did diverge, like just leave the group or whatever, it would have recorded what drops you got, so then it would separate sort of. But when you're
That's
together in a group, that shit should have been unlocked. Like, it would be so cool to have a shared collection log, because then there actually is sort of more of a
The chance
potential
of
to like green
finishing
log
it.
a section. Well, not like to complete it, because third age
Yeah.
fucking exists, but like
But
the fact that like you could choose which bosses you wanted to green. Like, I like this one, I'm gonna go for
Yeah.
this one, and then you have this shared log that you can all see, and you're like, wow, you got this thing. Like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I love that idea,
That would have been
actually.
so cool.
Yeah, I never heard that idea. That's actually really sick. It would also be really sick if you log in and it's like collection log unlock, collection log unlock. You know, you're like your friends have been
Yes.
grinding, and it's like you just got a ton of stuff.
Yes.
It's like
Holy
holy
fuck.
shit, that's sick.
Oh, that would have been so fun. That's something that you should totally implement.
Because I was watching Coxie, and he one of his original ideas before Group Iron Man had even come out was, with the assumption that there was a shared collection log, he wanted to see, like, he wanted to even do a Group Iron Man to all pets series, but it's
Wow.
a shared pets log. So as long as
Yeah.
you just get all the pets on your 5-man team, you won. And so you kind of pick and choose the pets that you want to go for. Like, that sounds
Oh.
so fucking cool. And technically you could still do it, but it's not going to be on the shared log. And like, that means like that,
It's a
that
lot
would be
less
so much cooler.
cool.
Yeah. It's just like, all right, you got it. Kind of, we got to like look at 5 different logs to prove it. It's just, this
Yeah.
is ugly.
Yeah.
That actually sounds like it'd be like a lot of fun to do with friends. You know, hypothetically, but then you actually hunt pets and it sucks. But like
Yeah.
thinking about it, that sounds like it'd be so cool to watch.
It would.
sucks because I can already see it now, like them being like, "Oh, we saw this suggestion, but you know, there's a lot of back end
Yeah.
work, so it's gonna have to be a future project."
What's going on back there? No one knows.
I hate it when they're like, "Oh, there's back end work." I'm like, "Yeah, dude, that's like your job. Of course, there's back end work."
I think they've just like probably don't have as much employees as they need to, which is crazy because the company's worth so much money. They could have so much more and pay them well. But that's just capitalism. That's a whole nother rant.
Yeah. I think if Group Iron Man had the shared log, and then it also had a POH system where you all share one POH.
Yes.
And
100%.
and if you could all be on it on different worlds, and if you're on the same world, you could see each other, and you could even, I don't
Yeah.
know, like do things together. Like, I understand with Group Iron Man, you can technically be in each other's POHs, but you need to make sure you're in the same world. And if you're on a different world, you can't enter somebody else's house. Because when I was doing Big Dogs, I had the pimped out POH, and I had to be logged in just for people to be able to use my POH, and they had to be on the same world as me. It was just a fucking
That's
headache.
so
I'm
annoying.
like, why can't we all just share the same house, share the same log? Like, this is a group.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The whole point is you guys are like living in a little apartment together. You're roommates.
Exactly.
I think it would be kind of cool. I know we were just talking about how like the like temporary game modes kind of suck, but it would be cool as an idea for a temporary game mode where it's like everyone that enters has to be a GIM, but like once you unlock something, it unlocks for everyone. So like it's like
Ooh.
taking like the green
Okay.
log to like being the point of like the group Iron Man thing where it's like, all right, you unlock this God sword, everyone gets this God sword, and
Or
like
just get one really jacked friend on their team and be like, go do this shit.
yeah, right. Like it would get ridiculous really fast, but it would be like
That'd be
it'd
funny,
be
though.
hilarious where it's like, oh man, I just woke up and I got full like whatever, full bandos, full
Yeah.
ancestors.
I've been grinding last night.
Yeah. Because like I hate the like sharing aspect of it a little bit, like
Yeah.
just the logistical
You have
part
to
of
go and
it.
get 5 of everything.
Well, that, and also it's like, oh, yo, are you done using this? Because I was gonna do this
Yeah.
grind. It's like you gotta like share, like yeah, that's cool,
Like
but
asking your siblings to borrow their clothes.
yeah, but I also hate it. But
And
it's
the,
cool.
and the worst thing is when you're like trying to share a B ring around, and you have to like unimbue it really quick, and then like
Oh, I
save
didn't
it to
even
your group
think about
storage.
that.
There's so many untradeable things that you just, it becomes like, if you want to share a scythe with your friends, it's you have to go to the well every single time, uncharge all of it, and you lose like a
Jesus.
vial of blood if you're not in a perfect 100
Yeah.
charge.
Like increment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
increment.
Not even out of greed, but just out of pure laziness. I'd be like, nah, I didn't get a scythe, man.
No, that's literally what my group Iron Man friend says. He's like, yeah, I just pulled a scythe, but like my team, I basically just told them like, it's mine. Like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm not
Sorry,
gonna-
I'm not doing that.
And then suddenly the second guy gets a scythe, and I'm like, oh my god, me too. That is crazy.
We both got
Yeah,
signed.
you can
Weird.
you can share yours.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many issues with Group Iron Man where it's like if they were to somehow, maybe it's just if you are prestiged, if you're a prestige group, then everything can again. There's no fucking way they would have the energy to like code this because you just know there's some engine work or something.
Yeah.
But if you could just trade over untradeable items to your team, like
You'd think you should be able to.
yeah,
But here we are.
just sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I definitely think this also goes on to longevity and also the more recent posts talking about like changing the tutorial island and stuff like that. I kind of feel like they cater to the wrong community in like weird ways.
Oh yeah, totally.
mean?
Like I feel like it should have just been prestige mode. That's it. You're like, oh, your team broke up? Too bad.
Start a new account.
Yeah, maybe start a new team.
That's
I
a little
don't know. Like maybe you should have
just
thought this through.
in their heads, they're like, they already knew that there's going to be so much like backlash if one team member
drama.
quits and they just can't like do anything about it. They were looking in the future, like if we make this way too strict,
Yeah.
the RuneScape, like first of all, Group Iron Man in general doesn't really make much sense unless you're really, really fucking dedicated on RuneScape. Because almost every team disbands. Like even our team disbanded, and we're fucking content creators. Like it's just this shit is guaranteed to basically somebody's gonna quit in the game, and the group's gonna disband. So like if there was no way to like. If there was one person enjoying it and they just had to slug around these other 4 non-existent teammates now, it's just...
What they should do is you have to turn into a main. You de-iron if you leave the group. Now you have to be just like everyone else.
Yeah.
I feel like they could have done it in like a way that was like semi-legitimate, where it's like, all right, you got to like 2,000 total before your team left. You can group with another team and it still be prestige, but they all have to be like within 50 levels or something. Like I don't know what
that would have been a headache to design.
Yeah,
'cause then-
absolutely. No, this wouldn't have been easy, but it's like another route if you wanted to keep going or something.
Yeah.
It would have been just for like those people that are in that situation.
You just know, just like you were saying earlier, like people would have just found the exact things to like really abuse it and just have this like giga team or
love
something
that.
that's still prestiged.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally.
They're like, oh, this is the perfect level to like leave your group.
To leave my friends and the new ones.
Yeah, some stuff like that. People always do that. It's ingenious and also scary, the amount of like really random loophole and like niche shit that people find to abuse certain systems of the game.
Like, can't you guys just play like normal? Why do you have to take
How long were you thinking about this? Like, is this a shower thought or is this all you think about?
Are there any hardcore groups that are maxed?
There's gotta be.
Okay, there's
not
no
content creators.
There are no 5-man hardcore teams that are maxed. Let me see.
Are you
I was about to say I wouldn't think there was.
There's
a
no
5-man.
4-mans either. I'm talking
Stop
hardcores,
it.
by the way.
Yeah. Is there 3?
There's just one dude.
I'm like
one dude out there.
There's
there's none
one
in
man
3.
group.
There's none in 3 either.
Okay,
And
2. There's got to be though. 2 like
there's
that. You have
2 and 2. There's 2 and 2.
Okay.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. The contributed XP of number 1 is 3.2 billion XP, and the rank 2 is 770 million.
My God.
2.5 billion XP disparity between rank 1 and 2.
Same thing.
That's
It's just
insane.
4x difference. It's fine.
They're probably just like married couples. This is their hobby. They just play group iron.
Jesus,
Oh
and it's
my
hardcore. That's pretty rough.
No 5-man hardcore match.
Okay.
Wow.
No, I'm understanding what this is. It's
Okay.
nightmare zoned the fuck out of because they have 200 mil hit points, 200 mil strength, 200 mil attack, 200 mil
Holy.
cooking, 200 mil wood cutting.
Oh my God! You've
so-
discovered a random
And
skilling account.
this guy as well. 200 mil attack, 200 mil defense,
Oh,
200 mil
Jesus.
cooking, 200 mil fishing. Okay, that's impressive actually.
Wait,
Oh my God.
We just uncovered that the rank 1 hardcore GIM's a bot.
No.
That's crazy.
It's probably
Like,
just somebody who. It's probably one person playing 2 accounts who's like, I'm gonna do this.
Okay, yeah. So there's
People
there's
playing.
nine teams that are maxed on 5-man normal group.
Oh,
3
okay.
on 3 on 4, 5
Wait,
on
normal?
3. Normal
normal.
group Iron Man.
Bro, everyone be quitting their group iron.
Are they- yeah, the prestige
Oh,
is
sure.
rough.
Even
And
yesterday.
there's 32 for the 2 months. Anyway, yeah.
Jesus. Yesterday, whenever I was in line, like talking to these strangers about Maple's story, one of them, like I mentioned RuneScape, and he was like, "Oh, do you play Iron?" And was like, "Yeah, my friends had a group Iron, but now he's the only one that still plays." And I'm like, "Yeah,
Oh,
that's
fuck.
the average experience."
Yeah,
I like that we have that
it's sad.
reputation.
it's just like, I mean, it's a big commitment. Like, this game, you don't play it quickly, so it's like I don't think people think about like, oh, I'll play this game for 3 years when they log in. Like,
Well,
no one thinks that.
what's hard to with a group is if the people in your group get way far ahead of you, it's just like, well, this isn't fun anymore. We're not doing it together. Like you're doing raids and I got busy for a few months. I'm still at like doing Slayer, It makes it less exciting.
Yeah, it's weird because I feel like it works counterintuitively. I feel like you'd be like, "Oh, I'm I'm outpacing you, so you're boring me." But honestly, I feel like when I'm outpacing someone, they get more bored because
Yes.
they're like behind
yeah.
and
That's
now
why I was
I
like,
can,
Gridmaster, you got ahead of me, and I was like, it's a little less fun. But I
Yeah.
had to not think about what he was doing. I had to only do what I was doing because he's like, just finished Delve, and I'm like, oh my god, because he like took the Friday off that day, and I had to go to work. So all day I'm just like, fuck, shit, fuck. He's so much far ahead of me. It was a
Yeah.
bummer.
I'm dating this girl that's a maxed iron woman, and
Ooh, ooh.
she lives like in Denver, so it's a
Oh, nice.
distance. But we always are thinking like, yeah, as soon as like we move in, like we're starting a group. It may be even earlier, but like we'll do a
Yes.
group. And I have my brother-in-law and sister live here in town. And
Mm-hmm.
they like the idea of RuneScape. They're both kind of gamers, sort of, definitely not as much as me or
Yeah.
Haley, but like they're definitely like interested in doing a group Ironman, even though they've have very little experience with RuneScape. And I'm like, that'd be kind of fun to do like a 4-man with all of us, because it would be long term.
Yeah.
But like Haley and I would definitely just shoot way far ahead. It feels like,
Oh,
and they'd
yeah.
just be like stuck in Lumbridge still, like
Yeah.
trying to kill cows still.
You guys would be the two-man hardcore that got 200 mil in every skill. And then your brother and sister-in-law are just like, yeah, Stone Lumbridge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're just like 400
It
total.
sounds like a crazy plan just to make a solo iron or solo GIM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
But
That's cute though.
that would actually, I mean, even if it was just a 2-man with me and her, like I could actually see that going pretty long term, because she is, I mean, obviously if you max a fucking RuneScape account, you
Oh, she's
show
a
some
gamer.
sort of, yeah, you're dedicated.
yeah, you got something going on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some issues going.
yeah.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
We're on a RuneScape podcast. What do you mean?
Yeah, well,
But we would definitely, I think that's when groups can be the best. I think if you like live with somebody, it could be the
Yes.
best. But if it's like some friend that you're kind of in touch with that kind of plays RuneScape, like this is destined for failure.
Lives across the world, different time zone.
Yeah.
That's whenever we started a group Iron, it was me, Robert, some random person that we've since banned from our chat because they seemed like weird and like they were threatening us almost. And then our friend Alfresco, who lives in England. And me and Robert like totally fell off. Like Robert plays sometimes, but like, they're always on at different times than us. And they messaged me the other day. We started this whenever it first came out years ago. And the other day they were like, oh, just want to let you know, a few weeks ago, I finally left the group and found a new one. And I was like,
wow.
but what if we
Wow.
come back?
That's
In
crazy.
7 years. They didn't know like you can't take stuff with you too. So they try to take their stuff and just like
They're just gone.
deleted it.
deleted. Yeah.
See
Just
ya.
essentially they're like, I would have drop traded it to another account.
Fuck.
So that's what you get for abandoning us al fresco. Even though we abandoned you years ago. It's actually your fault, not mine.
Yeah. Peak gaslighting. Perfect.
Yeah, right. I love gaslighting. It's my favorite hobby. But yeah, I feel like couples who game together stay together. So
That's true.
a duo collection logging group Iron sounds like fun. I
It does.
I care too much about collection logging on my main, so that's why I can't do it.
What's your
But-
collection log number?
It is 913.
Okay,
So,
okay. Getting up there.
It's not the highest. I don't like really work on small grinds as much as I used to. Like last year, my mission was to greenlock everything agility related. But then I stopped during Sepulcher because of leagues and I just haven't really gone back. But
I was
just
gonna say, like, did you stop
randomly-
after one lap of rooftops? You're like, nope, I don't want to do this anymore.
No, I did everything else. I did everything.
You
Brimhaven.
got all the. Did you get like
Colossal
individual like graceful outfits too for all the colors?
Okay, no, that's on the collection log. So no, I don't even need that.
You're right.
But the one in Brimhaven is, so I got that one, and then I got the Colossal Worm one, the Varlamore one. There's like a couple other, there's like more agility related things than you'd expect. I kind of am down to get all colors of graceful, but after I greenlog Sepulcher, then I think I want to go and just do rooftops and see like how many outfits I could get.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
got 2 full outfits, and the second one doesn't feel any better than the first.
I just need to look clean in your inventory, like all the colors.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah.
fill out your wardrobe and your POH.
Exactly.
Yeah.
God, I never
I
put
had the
anything in
full
there.
white, and I was like, I don't want to mix and match, so then I got the full black.
Yeah, I really want the black one, but it's yeah. Sepulcher was really fun last year, and now I just can't get into it again because I'm like, I want to do clues, I want to do other random small grinds. I've been working on fishing stuff. Oh, now I'm working on forestry. I am not maxed, but I keep working on these skills that I already have 99. I've decided I want the beaver pet, and I want to finish forestry, and
What's
that's
your
gonna be
total level?
awful. Not high enough. Total level and like all together is 2243.
Oh, you're really close. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Really
She's
close
gonna
to
max before sailing
I've
comes out.
got no, I'm not. Shut up. And woodcutting, I'm 18 mil now, so I've been spending 5 mil just doing forestry, trying to get the beaver pets.
Jesus.
Soon, surely, because I was working on fishing. Like my big AFK grind would be trying to get the big shark, and then I finally got that, and I got 2 pets in the middle of that. So now I'm like, I want another pet. But I don't want a boss AFK.
Dude, you have so many easy to max skills.
Hater.
My
What were
pet-
you gonna say?
I was gonna say my pet log is fucking weird. I got my first 2 pets on this account were 2 tangle roots, which is like
Oh,
people
fuck you.
people go 200 mil without getting that, and I just like that's like first 2 pets.
Give me 105.
And then my next 3 pets on the account were 3 Ketsons from Hunter Rumors. She got 3 of them within like fucking 200 openings.
We both got spoon those.
Yeah.
He got it like
I got it.
2,
Yeah.
and I got them at like 96. But
Which-
3?
It's so funny because like I got 2 tangle roots, which I never had on Sae Bae, never had a tangle root. 3 Ketsons, never did Hunter Rumors on Sae Bae, so like that's a brand new pet. And then the next pet I got was Giant Squirrel, which I also don't have on Sae Bae, which I was super fucking happy about because Giant Squirrel was like one of my favorite skilling pets. And then I got Sarachnis at like 80 something KC on this account. So
Jesus.
But
This account is
listen,
so spooned.
that is actually not spooned. The boss pets are not spooned because I technically deserve like almost 4 boss pets. I calculated all my bosses and I almost deserve 4 pets and I only have 1. So even though I spooned Sarachnis.
Technically, actually.
Yeah.
I did the
actually.
math.
I need to add them up. I have like 8 accounts, so I'm probably due for like a bunch of pets.
You got the Quetzalcoatl too. You're fine.
Still, I still could probably use a couple more pets.
Yeah, I got the squirrel, and I got it from Brimhaven Agility, which I feel like is like an uncommon place to get it. But
Yeah,
I
it is.
felt
Holy shit. That's
yeah,
crazy.
it was like
Was it from
not
a
long
dispenser?
after.
Is that how
I
you
think
get it?
I think it is from a dispenser. Like you click it, or like
Okay.
and then it's just like, or maybe it was just the trap because I didn't clock it at first. Like it happened, and I heard the collection log slot completed noise, and I was like, oh, do you like get like? I don't know why my first thought was, do you get like gloves or something? I don't know why. And then I was like, because I wasn't live. I was like freaking out. But I was so happy because it was not long after, probably a few months after the Colossal Worm Agility came out. And I got to have the Bone Squirrel, which I really
Yes.
wanted. Yeah, I
Bone
love that
Squirrel's
little guy.
So dope. I have
It's
I have
cool.
all 3 transmogs now. Original
Yeah.
blood one.
I need the
and-
emo one.
Yeah. The emo one's really cool, but Bone Squirrel goes fucking
Like
crazy.
you can't beat it, man. It's so good.
Dude, I haven't gotten any of them.
I
Well,
got
you don't log in.
Yeah. I got the calcified acorn like probably a week into this account because all I was doing was agility at first.
Yeah.
And I was like, one day I'll get the squirrel pet. And yeah, I actually did it. And I think it was I think it was 95 agility when I got it. So fuck yeah. I was like
That is
40 mil
so
on Sae
satisfying.
Bae. 40 mil agility on Sae Bae, never got it. Or like 39 mil.
Gosh.
I got it at 500k at Sears.
Oh, fuck you. I forgot about that. Robert has so many accounts. It's hard to even keep
Yeah.
track of like what he does and doesn't have. You don't even have like a main iron.
Nah,
He just keeps wanting to make new ones.
I got Rocky in leagues.
That's fair.
Sad.
Oh, you got Rocky Leagues in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, I got it
Being
really
in
fast.
League sucks because not only is it temporary, but it's the same drop rates. So you get to think about how it's on the wrong account, but it was the same drop rate, which hurts. It's not a good feeling.
Yeah, it's whatever. I don't really care about pets though. So whenever I get them, I'm like, all right, cool.
I like getting pets.
Like whenever they would die, or I would
my
die.
God.
They would die, and they would.
Jesus.
Whenever
yeah.
I'd kill them.
Whenever I would die, they just surely disappear. I mean,
They don't
they
die.
definitely die.
my
But
God.
yeah, it's like I don't revive them. Like I never went to Provita. Like it's.
Yeah.
I was
Who
like
the fuck
a
wanted
mill.
to pay a mill for?
Yeah, I was like a mill. No,
Literally.
dude, that's like. I
Thank
could buy
God
some
they got
sharks
rid
or
of that
something.
system. By the way.
I
Thank
know.
God.
Sometimes I would just be like, oh, where's like my Scurry's pet? I want to carry it around with me. And then it's not my house. And I'm like, never mind. I don't know
Yeah.
where it is.
It never made sense. Like ever since I first found out how pets work, whenever I first started playing the game, like, wait, so you're like disincentivized to bring this pet
Yes.
anywhere? Like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
So
Exactly.
dumb. It was
I'm glad they
really
changed that.
backwards.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's one of those things that's just like actually absurd how long it took them to adjust that shit.
No, it's living in an unenlightened period where like honestly, and this we still have remnants of the sort of masochism that seems to be like has some value to it, and it just doesn't.
Yep.
Like until the end of time, pets need to have a fucking massive reclaim cost. Like why? Why the fuck?
For no reason.
Why do they need to be insured in the first place? Like the fact that like they need to
That
be
was
insured
crazy.
was just bizarre too. And I'm like,
Yeah.
again,
that made me
it
not
just-
want to go to the wilderness because I was like, well, if I get a pet, then I'm going to be like super pissed.
Yeah.
So I would just like not want to do any wilderness bosses in case I got a pet.
The fact that you could lose it was insane. Like it should just be like I have a
So
pocket
insane.
squirrel.
I
Every
remember-
time I go somewhere, I let out the pocket squirrel.
I
Like
remember all
that's
the
it.
horror stories about people being like, I died at Zora as I was getting the pet. And
Yeah.
so I like, the pet just got lost. Oh my God, I would actually scream.
I
I'm so
lost a
glad they
Callisto
changed
pet
things.
on Sae Bae, and I didn't
No.
insure it. I didn't insure it.
Oh no. See, that's painful. Why was that ever a good idea?
Yeah.
No. I was so glad they changed this, even though it took like 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was weird.
Let me ask you guys, I don't know if I ever asked this on the first episode. What's your favorite skill, like classic skill, and least favorite?
Ooh. Least favorite. Oh God, there's so many. I kind of don't like being standing skills. Like,
Bibles.
yeah, like Bibles, like stuff like Herblore. Because Herblore, I can get 99 Herblore. I could get it easily. I'm 93 Herblore. It just sounds awful. I'm like, I don't want to just stand in my bank and make 14 pots over and over. Like, that's so boring. I haven't tried mastering mixology, so maybe that'd make me like it. But
No,
Herblore-
it won't make
Oh,
you like
damn.
it.
Oh no, it wouldn't.
oh,
It makes me like it
actually-
a little bit more, but it won't make the average non
funny.
hyper autistic person like it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that construction I hate. I don't care how fast it is. I can only do it for like 10 minutes and I get bored. And smithing I don't really like either. Those three. I don't even know which one's my least favorite, but I really don't like
Do
those.
you like any skills?
I like That's a good question. The thing is, do I like skills or do I just like mini games? I might just like mini games.
Sure.
Because like Guardians of the Rift came out and now all of a sudden runecrafting is one of my favorite skills. I love Guardians of the Rift. I think it's so much fun. I actually really like woodcutting and forestry. I think it's very chill and fun.
Okay.
Because like maybe it's the thing is, since I'm interested in collection logging, even if something's chill, if I green log everything in it, I'm done. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Like, so that's my favorite for now. I didn't mind farming, even though it took me 100 mil, because you kind of just get in a routine. Oh, I think just Slayer's my favorite skill. Like,
Slayer.
I like Slayer. I hated Slayer and
I like how
all the way to 93.
you went to all those other skills and then you went to the skill that everyone says is their favorite skill.
Yeah, I forgot about it. I'm literally looking at the skill list right now, and I'm like, man, these skills all suck. But yeah, I hated Slayer till 93 because you need 93 for the diary. And then once I got that, I was like, oh, now I'm free. It's fun.
Yeah.
I think it's enjoyable. I just like fighting mobs, especially easy mobs. You know, everyone's like pushing themselves and stuff, and I'm like, I just want to like go do like easy shit. I'm just gonna AFK. I mean, I have Fire watches right now, stuff like that.
Yeah.
True. I don't know. As far as like least favorite, it's agility. It's not even close.
Agility does
Have
suck,
you
but
ever touched
Sepulchre's
Sepulcher?
fun.
Yeah, I did Sepulcher
Oh, and
kind of a
great.
lot. I did like 1,000 laps,
And
and
Sepulcher.
yeah,
When?
I
You
have
did
everything.
1,000 laps?
What account? Oh yeah. Oh my
told
god.
you, I
This
have
is what I'm saying. He
everything.
has so many accounts. You can't even keep track of what he's done.
Yeah, like I fully unlocked it, and I did a bunch. I didn't get to 92. Well, I did get to 92, and then I stopped. Like I did like
Oh,
one.
so you're doing 1 through 4.
Oh,
Yeah, I was doing one
oh,
through four.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I thought you did
Yeah, yeah.
1,000 laps of fucking all floor
Me
5 and everything. I was
too.
like,
No, no, no.
It's like
do you know how long that
1,000
fucking takes?
No.
1,000 of 1 through 4, counting each lap as one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
Okay.
see.
Okay. Oh my god. Because I
No.
was just like, when the fuck did you do that?
It wasn't like a giga long grind. So whatever you think it is, it's not. It wasn't crazy.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
matching the more dramatic version.
Yeah, because I wasn't 92, so I didn't. I got to like 92, did a couple laps, and I was like, wow, I hate floor 5. I'm never doing this again.
Oh,
did, like-
dude,
And,
floor 5 is the best.
It's
It's
ass.
really fun once you get used to it, but when you're learning
So
it,
fun.
it's
Oh,
so
it's tilting.
shitty. It's
No.
so tilted. Even now, trying to relearn it after not doing it for like a year, I'm like, oh my god. But it is fun when you get it. It feels so satisfying. That's everything in
Nice.
RuneScape.
Yeah, no, that skill sucks. I don't know why they haven't. Like, I think it's worse than any other skill in my opinion, because it's not like you're collecting anything. You're literally just doing the most mundane, boring, tedious shit that you can think of
Like,
for
the fact
like
that they added stuff you
menial
can
amounts of
on.
XP.
No, like rooftops is just pure trash.
Yeah,
100%.
rooftops is like
Goals.
crazy.
Like, what?
It's funny because I've gotten the outfit like I don't know 10 plus times at this point, but it's like, yeah, it's not a good skill. I'll do it, but it's not my
You
favorite.
won't be happy about it.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, counterintuitively, I think one of my favorite skills. I don't know if it's my favorite. I do hate all Bible, so those don't count. But like probably one of my favorites is like mining. Weirdly enough,
Yeah.
Like,
He's
it's-
always loved.
What's your favorite
motherlode
method
mining.
for it, though?
like motherload.
Is it still?
Yeah.
That's fucking bizarre. What the
I know.
fuck?
I spend a lot of
it's
time
fucking
in Mother
weird.
Road.
That's the odd thing about RuneScape though, is like you can almost decide internally to just like something that other people fucking hate. And then you
Yeah.
kind of like dig your heels into it. Like I like it more because of everybody fucking not liking it. Like I'm
Is that
gonna
almost
lean into
mysterious?
like you're like leaning into the hipster of it. It's like this
Yeah.
is hip
No,
to
I definitely that might be part of it because I do.
You like people's reactions, maybe.
Yeah.
No, I like obscurity, like, and it's the same thing with like Path of Exiles coming out soon with the new league, and there's always like these niche, bizarre, like people call you fucking wacko for liking certain builds, and like
Yes.
there's the main one that's like blasting all the mobs, and I'm like, that was not my jam. Let me go play this weird ass one that no one has ever really liked, and I'll do some of that. But so there's probably that is part of it, but I don't know. Mining is generally just kind of chill, and you get loot at the end of it. I like going into like smithing and being like, damn, I got like infinite fucking shit, so I can just do this forever
true.
because I like did a bunch of mining. So it feels kind of rewarding. You
Wasn't
know?
the worst feeling for me. I'm like, fuck, I have to stay smithing now. Like, I don't
Yeah.
want that.
Yeah, no, I just like it as an option, like this smithing as an option, not being like, oh, I have to go mine. Like when I have to go mine, that sucks.
Yeah. But I feel like Motherlode Mining is like where he does like post up sometimes where he doesn't know what to do. He
Yeah.
just goes to MLM. And I'm like, that's fun for you? Are you
Yeah,
sure?
I'll just do it for like a
Post
few
up.
weeks.
I know. Yeah. I'm like,
few weeks.
Yeah, I'll just do it for a few weeks.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Robert,
It's-
it's not normal.
You know
yeah,
what's
I don't know.
What's crazy is like on Sae Bae, I think I never liked Hunter. Like Hunter fucking pissed me off.
Oh, I like
Oh, I
Hunter.
like Hunter.
I hated Hunter until Hunter rumors came out. And then like on this account,
them.
I was like, holy shit, like Hunter rumors are fucking great.
Yeah.
They're so good. Like it changed the skill. And I actually started enjoying hunting chins too. I think
Aw.
I always just didn't
Chins are
like
so
it.
good.
I just want that pet.
Yeah, that would be a sick pet. And you know what's also crazy? I used to hate farming. And then on this account, I really locked in on it. I was like, I'm going to take farming super seriously.
Yeah.
I already have 99 herbal banked on this account. Like I'm
Holy.
98 and a half, and I easily have the herbs in my bank, and I also have a bunch of paste I can use
Whoa.
for mixology.
You're
But
super
like,
locked in.
oh yeah, no, I was doing herb runs like hella. Like I don't even have any herb seeds left. I'm always perpetually at like basically 0 of all of them because I'm just always farming them. I'm 26 mil farming. And
Wow.
I do not do tree runs or anything. It's been literally only herbs and contracts since 99.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, so I went fucking crazy on that, and I actually enjoyed it. Now I've chilled with my herb runs because I just realized this is not an account that I'm pushing to like 200 mils. I feel like
Yeah.
that it's just, I don't know, it's so weird like not playing Sae Bae now and having a different mindset toward the game where I'm like, oh, I don't need to like always do things with the mindset of never stopping doing it. Like it would,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's almost like depressing kind of because I don't like stopping things. I like that sense of endless progression, but
I think
have
that's
to,
why
like,
I've always just stick
force
to one
myself
account.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to, like,
exactly.
I have to like force myself to not do it. I'm like, I want to keep training herb lore, but I'm like, wait, I don't need to. But there's a part of me that wants to. I
Isn't
don't
that
understand
weird?
it.
Like with RuneScape, it will sound fun and you want to do this thing, but you're like, oh, but game wise, this doesn't make any sense. So I shouldn't do this skill anymore. And it's like, if it's fun, we should just do it. But also, like, I can't, like, my friend Witch Eileen, she's a hardcore who has like, she's a hardcore who likes skilling a lot. So she has like 200 mil and a lot of skills. And she'll go and just do the skills that she has 200 mil because she likes them. And I'm
That's
like, I
weird.
can't.
That's
I need a
fucking weird.
reward. She thinks it's like relaxing, and I'm like, I can't do that. Like,
Post
I gotta
200
go.
mil. That is crazy.
I know,
Post 200 mil
'cause
is
she just thinks it's
crazy.
fun, and I'm like, what?
I don't get it. Unless
I
you're
don't
going
get
for like
it.
multiple pets, like then I can understand
Yeah.
it because then you're getting the 15x
know?
multiplier. Or
She's
whatever.
just like, it's chill, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't do that. I'll
that
get
is
the pet,
fucked.
get 99, I'm done. And then even if I want to go back, like I liked Hunter Rumors, I want to do more Hunter Rumors, but I'm like, oh, I like how my collection, like how clean it looks, so I'm not going to. And I'm already 99, so it feels weird.
Yeah, that is.
I don't know.
Fucking weird.
It is weird that we all have that mindset where we're like, we can't have fun because it doesn't make sense.
No, but
Efficiency is
that
real.
actually makes no sense. Like I understand the post 99, like go for it, but the post 200 mil training it, like
Yeah.
what the literal fuck? Like that makes zero sense to me.
Yeah, she really likes skilling. She's so funny.
But
I
skilling,
I probably would just would have made another account.
yeah.
Well, you can look her up on hardcore like list later. Witch Eileen.
What's her name?
She has. I think it's just Witch Eileen. She has like a lot of 200 mils.
Witch
she just
Eileen.
Thinks, yeah, let me see if I could pull up her exact name and spell it for you. So witch, like a spell
With a
casting witch
cauldron, yeah.
with a
Okay.
cauldron. Space AILEEN.
Okay.
She's like she be gamering. She like
Holy
has
fuck.
been
Okay,
learning in
200 yeah.
Inferno and also it's crazy.
She's a hardcore. Holy fuck.
Yeah, she's a hardcore.
Oh
She
my
does like
God.
bossing and stuff, but her main thing that she likes doing is skilling.
Oh my
It's
god.
crazy.
200 mil crafting on a fucking hard 200 mil thieving,
Oh,
200 mil cooking,
yeah.
200 mil
That's one of
fire
the
making.
skills that she does post 200.
Crafting.
Yeah.
Yeah, she likes it. We had her on the podcast and the entire like every time she talks to us, I'm like, what in the world? Like,
Listen, I'm with her when it comes to like crafting. I actually enjoyed crafting on Sae Bae. I was
What?
like 90 something mil on it because I would just always do it for like Sae Bae casts, just like keep
Wow.
making the XP go up. But to get
Yeah.
to 200 mil and to keep doing it, that is just
yeah.
fucking crazy.
Yeah, she likes it. It's so funny how I think we like said it earlier, like different people find different things fun in this game. I just can't relate to this one.
That is wild. See,
Yeah, her account's really cool.
going briefly back to the new permanent game mode, I would
Mm-hmm.
like to. Part of the reason I'd want a new permanent game mode is for that fresh high scores, and then I could feel
Yeah.
that sort of freedom again to go for like 200 mils because it's all open. It's like that the sort of competition opens up
Yeah.
again. That feels exciting to me.
Yeah, especially for like new players. Like, I mean,
you
there's
gotta
not
get
really much
sailing.
incentive. It's sailing will probably have a lot of people going for 200 mil.
Yeah.
But it's
That's
just
true.
like right now, it's like, well, the 200 mil people have been there for 7 years. Like, there's no point of me going for it.
Yeah. I know a lot of people are hyped up about sailing strictly because it opens leaderboards.
Yeah.
Because like people have been at that 4.6 bill for like ever.
Oh, it's gonna be spicy to see the competition.
Yeah. So that'll be kind of
interesting.
interesting. I mean, interesting in like a
I won't be contributing.
and like I'll look at it once and be like, oh, that's crazy. Someone already got it, and then like look away.
Yeah. I can't wait to see how long it takes someone to just do regular max too.
Just regular max. I think regular max will probably happen in like a week.
I think like 3.
Within the week. I would
Yeah,
say.
within the week.
A week?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
I mean, think about
Ugh.
it. If you can
It's only
get
13 million, dude.
yeah, 13 million's
a lot.
only Well, let's just say I know they kind of had this really like lowball guess of like 100k XP an hour. I'm almost certain that it'll be over 150k XP an hour
Yeah.
when you've hit like those higher levels, like 99 and beyond. But like even at like level 90 and stuff, I could see it being kind of that high.
I think even without the efficiencies figured out, I mean, I think a week is still even kind of
If
generous.
someone's not sleeping,
I feel like someone might channel their like most abusive form of autism and get it done within like 48 hours, realistically.
no fucking way.
There's no way 48 hours because I just don't think it's possible to hit that XP rate. But because 48 hours,
people not sleep so often these days.
But like 48 hours. 48 hours is let's just say you're getting 100k an hour. That's only 4.8 mil XP in 100.
Yeah. Unless they find like some crazy weird hidden shit.
Yeah,
I
feel like
I could easily
there
see
might
a guy
be some busted stuff.
I could see a guy playing 22 hours, sleep for 2, play 22 hours, sleep for 2, play 22 hours, sleep for 2. And then just you're on like the final stretch sort of, and then maybe I would say like maybe 80 hours is like probably the minimum I'd say to get 99.
So sweaty.
I would legitimately not even bat an eye or be surprised if someone's like not sleeping till 99.
Stop.
And they just did a stream for 96 hours.
Ew. They die.
I could absolutely see that happening.
And people are kind of insane in this game.
Because I've seen people do like 2-hour streams or 2-day streams.
Wait, 2 hours
for like much less. Yes. Like this is like maybe actually once in a lifetime for like some players. So it's like I can easily see that happening.
Do you guys know Mr. No Sleep?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
dude. Like literally last May, like just
I've seen. Yeah,
months ago. He did a 101-hour stream.
Yeah.
And he thought he could keep going. He was awake the whole time.
That makes me legitimately afraid that he would die on stream.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, no, I don't want to watch that.
So
please.
dangerous.
The chances are pretty high.
What the heck?
I mean, it's not dangerous. Unrealistic. Like
in real life hardcore.
Whenever like Diablo 3 came out, there was 2 people that died in like Korea because they played for so long. They just died in the PC cafe.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You guys can go to sleep. Take a nap, please.
Yeah, I've seen people stay up for crazy reasons. Like it's not even like a new skill release type of like equivalency. So it's like,
my God,
I can see it. Like if they can stay up for 5 days, I think they will.
Wow. Jesus.
It's so funny you just mentioned just like dying from that. This is so unrelated, but I was having a conversation with my brother-in-law, and he was saying he was taking a flight over like London or something several years ago or something, and the guy like a row ahead of him on the flight across the ocean died. Just died in his sleep. Just died in his sleep. He was just an older man, and his wife there is just fucking crying. They got sent up to like first class basically, and he was like he's just dead. Just died on the plane. I'm like, holy fuck.
I was gonna make a fuck up joke and be like, he pretended to die so he could go to first class. He's so desperate to get to first class, he actually just kills himself. Like like that's how desperate he is. Just like he doesn't even experience it. No, but
screw first class.
He just died in his sleep, like on the plane, and it was just like a row ahead of him. Bro. I'm like, that is scary.
And
like
that's
like
you know that for the rest of the flight that there's just a dead guy there.
Yeah, just a dead guy.
Trolley. Someone died on his trolley.
Oh yeah,
no one knew for a while.
Wait, was he strapped on the train tracks? What trolley problem? What are you talking about?
No, God no.
No. Yeah, they're just sitting in a chair and like they're
sleeping.
They were just passed away, I guess, for a little bit.
Oh my God.
Obviously it smelled like they had passed away.
Oh God.
It's a trolley, so you can't tell because it's just like smells kind of gross.
Like security's like doing their rounds and checking it out, and then a lady sitting behind them was like, "Oh, you should like see if this lady's fine." She was not fine. She was passed away.
Oh my God.
But I've heard about the same thing with flights, and like they can't.
Yeah,
a lot of times they can't. Well, they're definitely not turning around, but a lot of times they can't land and they can't move them really. Yeah. Because especially if it's a full flight. So like I've seen people, not seen personally, but I've heard of people like flying on like, really long flights with just a dead person next to them.
Jesus.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's just your passenger. That's your partner for the trip, dude. Just a silent assassin, dude.
No. Oh my
Christ.
God.
And then you
That's a
start.
nightmare.
I don't know how long it takes. I think I've heard. I did the worst thing ever one night where I started getting randomly morbidly curious about like dead bodies and like what it's like to be a mortician. Like just what the fuck.
Oh yeah.
Listen, oh my God. Okay, so you know how oh God, okay, now I have like two different trains of thought like going on. But like one, I don't know what the time period is, but apparently dead bodies eventually just relax and like release all their bowels and everything. And I don't know, I don't know if it would be immediate or if it's kind of like held.
I've
I
heard
think
it's
there's like a certain amount of
immediate,
hours.
but I think I know that people say like you shit yourself when you die. I've definitely heard that.
Okay.
But I don't know if it always happens.
I think it depends. I know like rigor mortis sets in pretty quickly where your body starts stiffening.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking.
I don't
like
know. I think it's hit and miss from what I've seen, like if a person shits themselves or not.
Like on a plane, you're like, yo, that dude just shit himself. And I was like, he's dead. Like, I'd feel so bad. I'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry I said that and I laughed.
Point at him, laugh. I mean, it's not like he cares. He's dead.
He's caring. His ghost is in there, just like what the fuck,
like,
man? You're just laughing at me.
True. Yeah. He's probably his ghost is probably laughing too, like holy shit.
Yeah, he's gonna haunt you now. He's gonna be in your walls. Yeah,
literally.
I just think like, okay, so I got really morbidly curious, and so I started like doing some like research and stuff, and apparently there is a thing when you're like a mortician, like getting the body ready or whatever and stuff. They will make a vocal noise after days of being dead.
Like a death croak is what I've heard described
like death
as.
croaks come out. And it sounds like they're fucking alive again, like briefly. I'm like, fuck that. And then basically, even after they're like clean and everything, there is this really fucked up smell from dead bodies. like really they can be fully like decontaminated and everything, but there is something so like primal about this scent that's like so fucking just bad. And apparently what people will get as morticians is a ghost scent. So kind of like the sort of like what's it called, like phantom limbs. You'll get phantom scents of you'll leave the place and you'll start getting a whiff that's not existent of like dead bodies basically, and it like you'll just get like the ghost whiffs of it, and I'm like, fuck that. And apparently like it is genuinely like depressing to smell. Like it's just like it makes you feel like everybody around you is just also just an alive dead body kind of. It's just like you start seeing humans as like just
meat sacks.
Yeah, just like, oh God, like it's so fucked. Like I could never do that.
No, absolutely not.
It'd be so annoying just randomly getting hungry all the time.
Ew, what's wrong with you? Oh my God. Jesus.
God. I feel like the worst part about being a mortician is like, you know, if you own the place going in, all the lights are off, you look down the hall and you're like, is today going to be the day I go in there and something walks out? You know, it's like, probably not, but like, is today the day, you know? I don't know. It's just you and a bunch of dead bodies.
God, it's just so, I mean, honestly, if you're in that profession, like, I feel like you're very, I don't know, like aware. I feel like that it's like like a bad aware. Yeah, like it's like, oh, I turn this off, like turn off the switch of being too aware. But like, being around dead humans is just like, like that gives me the shivers.
Freaks me out.
Yeah.
I feel like weirdly enough, I really do think like people get used to anything. Like, you know, the trash guy, he doesn't smell the shit.
Every day he vomits in his trash truck.
Yeah, like it obviously smells like horrendous when you're next to a trash truck, but like you get used to it.
I think you're like, oh, hear how fucked it is. Like that we're all gonna die, and you get to think about that every day.
Like I doubt you get into the profession thinking about that in a messed up way.
I think sometimes if I die, I'm like, what do I mean if?
Like like a good example is we have a friend that works in hospice. And
you know Raniel BB?
No.
Oh, he's in a lot of chats. Okay.
Yeah, he's in a lot of chats. But anyways, he works in hospice, and he finds it peaceful. Like he's like, I'm able to help them as
Yeah,
you
he's
know
like, that's not scary.
their
I'm like, fuck you, right?
as their time comes, obviously. And he doesn't directly handle like dead bodies or anything, but you know, everyone he talks to is gonna die. You
Yeah.
know, probably. So it's like he finds it like kind of like calming and kind of chill, and he likes it. But obviously, you have said many times that you couldn't do that. So it's like
No, he's a hospice nurse.
I doubt.
Everyone that he like checks in is going to die in a few weeks.
Yeah,
Like, no.
well, not in a few weeks, but I doubt in the same vein. Like you're a mortician, you're every day you're like, oh my
You're
god.
too existential for it.
Yeah, no, I think it would be fine.
I mean, ever since I did mushrooms like several years ago, I did a lot of mushrooms for a period, and that surprisingly enough, like made me sort of see humans differently, and it's like it like lingered with me basically, which in a way like opened my eyes in a profound way, but it's also like fucking uncanny. Like,
Yeah.
I remember after it, I would see like human faces more like monkey faces, like just like seeing like every bit of like, well, why do you like, I would start like looking at people's noses and ears and understanding like, oh, you have an ear to like hear sounds and a nose to do this, and it's shaped for this reason evolutionarily, and like it was so fucking weird, and I would like snap in and snap out of it when I'm just like having conversations with people. I'm like, this is fucking weird. And I'd see people's like fingers, and I would almost imagine them kind of being webbed at some point, like webbed fingers and stuff. Like, I don't know. I just started getting like really fucking weird with it, and it was just automatic. And I'm like, oh god. So it's like basically faded, but there will be times where I feel like it happens if I'm like over caffeinated, like overstimulated. I will kind of start thinking that way. And I remember, this must have been a few months ago. I was like waiting at a red light at this big intersection, and I was just seeing cars like moving the opposite direction of me, and just a bunch of like monkeys driving like metal vehicles. And I'm like, what the fuck? I got like this weird existential like dread, not like dread, but just like absurdity come over me. I'm like, dude, we are on a floating fucking rock, and a bunch of monkeys are driving machines. Like, what the fuck is happening? And it was so weird for me. Like, so like the dead body awakening thing, I kind of like, I don't know if I could do it, because like snapping into that frame of mind where you see things like for what they are, it's just like, oh, okay, like this is a lot. This is a lot right now. Yeah.
I love that you hit us with the anti-drug propaganda in the middle. You're like, dare to resist, but you're gonna see monkeys driving cars.
I used to be very pro-drug. Like when I first was doing it, I was like having people on my cast, and I was like, dude, have you ever done mushrooms? Like, you fucking got to do it. Like, you got to do this shit.
I have anxiety, so I'm like, that sounds awful to me.
Because like for me, like it was all like super, super, super positive experiences.
Yeah.
Besides the first trip, but the first trip was a little bit like of both. But then I just had a bunch of like great stuff that like genuinely helped me. It still helps me today, honestly. Like, so there is that pro drug, but I did then experience the like super fucked up like hell trips where it's like, I wish I never experienced this. And so, yeah, once you have an experience like that, like I became a lot more like grounded, and like a lot more like I gained a lot more respect for the substance. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is not just like fun and games and shit. Like this can, this is you can
make or break you a little bit.
And there's
the opposite for me. Like I was listening to you, and I was like, damn, maybe if I did shrooms, I'd be the opposite, because I currently, swear to God, think about shit like that all the time.
I think it's sometimes I'll be driving and I'm like, what are we all doing here?
Like I kind of always have. Like I have like super observation, not like in a good way, but like where I notice like really small details, and like it's really annoying. It makes it difficult to like focus on shit, but like once I do, I'll like think about it. I'll think about like how it works, the origin of it, why it is that way. And I'll go down like these weird rabbit holes. And I've just like always been that way. And I was like, damn, if I do shrooms, maybe I'll be normal.
You'll just be more of that.
You would just become more that. But I think partly because, well, let me ask you, like, did you grow up like religious or in any way like sort of in some weird belief system?
Well, like I was in the families where it's like we were religious on Sundays, and then
Christmas and Easter.
But yeah, no, I've been to like Christian churches and Catholic churches,
I
but
didn't
never.
even the Catholic ones.
Yeah, but I've never
But you
been
never like
religious.
believed in the stuff, really. You were kind of
No, it never made sense to me.
okay. See that's the difference. Is like for me, the reason it clicked so late in my life. Well, technically it's early for a lot of people. Like there's people that go their whole fucking life without ever like registering like how crazy life is really. I mean, because I
Right.
feel like you can be really stuck in some ideology that's just I was made by God and I'm going back to heaven, and then like that's like how you live your whole life pretty much
You don't have
without
to think about anything else.
yeah, and it's like that feels like a very shallow, like to me personally, like maybe it can be profound for somebody, but I'm like that feels like a very shallow life to have never explored the real depths of like what
Yeah.
the fuck is going on here. This is
neither of us are
crazy.
religious, so I think we could kind of agree on that.
Yeah, and like so it's me deconstructing my Mormonism because that's a very black and white view. Like Mormonism is very
yeah.
just like a lot of religions, just like this is what it is. Don't ask anything. And even asking is sort of like a sin in a way. Like don't ask questions, kind of. Like just
I feel
go
like
with
every
it.
Mormon has so much religious trauma from the way that they were raised.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm so sorry.
That reminds me so heavily of like Warhammer, because like I don't play Warhammer 40K, but I like really like the lore of it, so I'll like actively like research like random fucking bits of it.
Just like
But
stories.
like it's kind of funny. Like there are a lot of parallels where like pretty much everyone prays to the emperor, which in and of itself is hilarious because he never wanted to be a god. But
Classic.
yeah, it's kind of hilarious. Like they're all like, if you say anything bad about the emperor, if you do some like weird shit, they're all like, all right, you might be like a product of chaos, and we have to like torture you just to make sure that you're not.
Jesus.
This is the Mormon church you're talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
No. I mean that's what is honestly the most terrifying about these like irrational beliefs is like it seems very like I don't know, almost like not a threat or something. But like, listen, if the Mormon church had ultimate power, like if they like controlled, like if they, I don't know, like if the fucking United States became a theocracy of Mormonism or something, like there would be some fucked up shit going on. So as much as much as people that are like apologists for it will say like Mormonism's so great, like it makes people like, look at how happy people are. And like, look at like the family values they have. I'm like, dude, there used to be such thing as like fucking blood atonement in early Mormon days where like you'd have to like shed your blood to like atone of sins and stuff. And like there's some
that's
really
like old school Catholicism, like flogging and stuff like that.
no, I mean that it's very masochistic. Like again, it's been very like tempered because of like modernity. But even in the temple, like Mormons have like normal churches and then they have like their temples, and the temples you can only go in if you're like super worthy and stuff, and you're paying 10% of all your money to the organization and everything. And what they used to do,
like a sorority.
no, it gets fucking weird because you kind of get shanghaied into it. Like before I went on my mission, if you become a missionary, you have to go to the temple first, and it's fucking weird because there's a bunch of weird. You go in expecting, because you're singing about the temple as a child, like basically you're getting indoctrinated into like the temple's the best place ever. You feel close to God and whatever, and then you go there and it's like you're doing these weird ass rituals and like making covenants and oaths and doing these weird handshakes and wearing this weird fucking outfit. And then
you're just imagining gang signs.
No, I mean it's like straight up the definition of cult. Like you're going in,
that's
it's
crazy.
There's no windows, there's no clocks. You're just like in this room. You feel uncomfortable to like go to the bathroom. Like you're basically just. I was holding my pee the whole time. I was like, I don't want to like interrupt. Like I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble or something. And the crazy thing is they had already altered the ceremony before I went there, but they used to do this thing where like if you ever say anything about what goes on in here, you basically like slit your throat. Like we'll like slit your throat basically. Like that was sort of the idea of like if you ever reveal anything of these like hidden tokens and handshakes and everything, like you are willing to like have your throat fucking slit. They had to like take that out because it's just like there was so much PR pressure to like get rid of these weird things.
Hey, we're not going to say we're going to kill you guys. Don't worry.
Yeah, and that's the pressure. But like if they had ultimate control, they'd bring it all fucking back. They're like, yeah, we're going to actually like just like literally harm you for disobeying these weird beliefs that we have. And so
That's so scary.
that is the fucking scary shit about it. And yeah,
And I feel like everyone just like jokes about Mormons and they're like, oh, hee, they're just hanging out. And then like I hear stories from like you or Molly or Evercore in my chat. And I'm like, it doesn't sound very hee haha to me.
it's
That's kind of
not
intense.
it's not unless you just don't take it seriously. So
Yeah, if you're casual.
it's like the casual but never thinking about it, because they're in Mormonism, they're so into the doctrine. And you'll get gaslighted just on repeat if you ever bring up anything. Like, so for me,
Jesus.
for me leaving, I remember like having a conversation with my dad of like, I never felt that there was ever an option to like leave the church. Like that was never an option. Like in cults, there's never an option to leave it. They talk about like
an
free
abusive
agency.
relationship.
Yeah, it's like you have free agency to choose whatever you want. But by the way, if you choose this, which you can't choose whenever you bring up the option, but if you do, you're going to go to hell for all eternity. So
yeah,
but
and everyone's going to disown you.
Yeah. And it's like it's just so toxic, because when you're in it, if you really deep dive into the doctrine, it's all about like, this is the absolute truth. Everybody is out to get us. We're the victim, the ultimate victims of everything. And then when you leave it and you try to explain like how abusive it was, like, oh, you just didn't understand it right. Like Jesus is love, and like it's all about love. And it's just a spiritual relationship with God. It's like, no, why didn't you teach me this at the beginning then? No, it was all like super dark. Like you can't leave this thing.
That's so scary. I'm so sorry you had to like grow up in that.
Oh yeah, it
Jesus.
was. But
a dark place for anyone.
It is. And again, like there's people that will like be apologists for it, because the modern version of it, like surface level when you see it, is just like, oh, families can be together forever, and we're just really good church going people that do service for people, and look at how much we do across the world, like humanitarian stuff, which by the way is very, very fucking minimal. It's like 0.25% of like their worth, but it's still millions of dollars. Yeah. But it's like, yeah, you can see all that stuff, but then you look at the actual root of the organization, and it's just power, control, fear, and just evil stuff.
That's like scary. I have like a Mormon family and stuff. I don't know how serious they are, but it definitely susses me out. I just hear more like since they are actively like Mormon, I hear like the cute, fun stuff or like the silly things. But then you talk to people who are ex-Mormon, and you're like, I don't know. Like sounds kind of intense.
Yeah, everyone's brain's different. I remember I was looking for like a therapy group like a year ago or something, and on this forum, it's like, I don't even know what the forum is, but it's just basically you're like trying to find like little groups locally. And all of a sudden I see this like group. It's like, oh, like help reform your like mind and spirit and stuff. And it's just like very, very like surface level, like good things like, oh, like help anxiety and stuff. And then you click on it and you scroll down to like the like small text sort of. And it's a fucking Scientology church. Ultimately, but like under nothing are they saying anything about this being Scientology or anything. It's all just about like, like find like ways to like cope with your anxiety and stuff. And then, and I've done a little bit of a deep dive into Scientology, and it's like, dude, they will blackmail you. Like they'll get like information on all of you and like all the shit you've done and record it and store it in their files forever. And
Maybe.
It's scary. Like people become enslaved to that sort of system, that ideology. Like
that's so scary. I grew up like Christian, but my family, they weren't like too crazy religious, but my dad would definitely do that thing where he'd force me to go to church on weekends till I was probably like an older teenager. And it was just always so goofy to me, because it's like, what part of you forcing me to go here when I don't want to go here is going to make you think, wow, I love this. I'm going to keep practicing this. Like you're just making me resent it more.
It's always weird, because I met up with an old family from like my childhood city, and I like drove up to like where I grew up basically, and I like visited them, and they had a son who was adopted that killed himself when he was in high school.
Oh my God.
And honestly, I don't know the whole thing, because I wasn't really like associated with him. He was like, I don't know, 6 or 7 years younger than me.
Yeah.
But it really, really fucking devastating. And he was clearly like super depressed and stuff. And again, like I'm not trying to like put blame or anything, but really a lot of the time, like Mormonism, if you're kind of deep in it, you just don't really think mental health is a real thing. It's just kind of like, oh yeah, God will fix any of your problems, sort of. And I feel like, honestly, if you are stuck in a system where there's like really no escaping it, sort of, like, I don't know how much, again, like Mormonism played in it, maybe none at all, but I have my suspicions that some of it did play.
When it just brings up your own trauma too, because you could probably like relate to circumstances.
Yeah. And I went over there, and this has been now, it had been like, I don't know, 7 or 8 years since all this had happened. So it wasn't like fresh news or anything. But I remember like going there, and they were curious because I hadn't talked to them in forever, since I was literally a Mormon. And they're like, oh, like, how's your, I don't know, relationship with God or whatever they were asking me about. They
life.
Got very open. And I was like, I was honest with them, but then I was like, oh God, like because they're super, super active. And I'm like, honestly, I understand to some degree why people stay in it, because especially if you have like a child like die or something, and you've always thought like they're going to be in heaven with you and stuff, like to have that belief like crumble or something can be so like earth shattering. And it's just like, okay, like, yeah. And so I'm just like
their way of coping with it almost.
Yeah. And I'm just like lightly treading. I'm like, the last thing I want to do is like be like, yeah, this is the reason why I don't believe in this stuff anymore, because it doesn't make sense. But like on their end, it's like this is not that. I don't know. I'm just like, there's some people where I'm like, I get it. Like, honestly, it's probably best for you to just keep believing this, because it's going to be so painful to like go down a road where like,
it's better to believe this happened for a reason rather than there was no reason and now he's gone, you know?
Yeah, or to just not know the reason. Because to be honest, like, I don't know there's no reason for anything, but there's no evidence for it. But it's like, life itself is fucking mysterious, and I don't understand why anything's happening at all anyway. But like, I'm not going to just claim something as the truth of it when I have no evidence for it. Yeah.
I do like how I started out existential and then you got existential.
Oh yeah, no. As soon as you like hinted like, oh, this is open, I'm going
You're
down
like,
there.
Yes.
Yeah. I love talking with you guys, because I feel like I can talk about these things, and just the fact that Rob is like, actually, he already has those thoughts. Because going back to the Warhammer 40K or whatever, that kind of stuff, like, about sort of control and fear, and like, no, you can't dissent or whatever, you're gonna like cause chaos or whatever. We see it like today in our society, and it's like this sort of just authoritarian move. It seems like we're slowly going down, and it's like, like, this is just
it's scary.
It's scary shit.
Also, I want to clarify the reason I didn't tune in or talk up whenever you guys are talking about religion is because
you just converted to Mormonism.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a high amount of disdain for almost all religions, so
he's
that's just
religious. So he's like, I'll hold my tongue.
I don't want to offend anyone, so I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm with you. I'm 100% with you, basically, entirely. And I think I almost force myself to like really be charitable, and it's mostly I'm never charitable to the beliefs themselves. Like the ideas themselves, I'm so fucking against.
It's just the people be like, whatever makes you happy.
It's the people. Like, I just don't want to, like, because I understand like it becomes a part of people's identity.
Exactly.
To be some and as much as I can say I'm so against the ideas of it, people think that it's like attacking them because they've wrapped themselves in that identity.
And so personality.
I'm like, exactly. It's like, I'm like, you can do whatever you want, dude. Like, I really don't give a fuck. But like, also, I don't want to offend you. Like, I think whatever you're doing, it's the same thing with like, you know, alcoholism and stuff like that. It's like, do whatever you want, or just people that drink or do drugs. I'm like, do whatever you want. But like, I don't want to offend you, but I think whatever you're doing is kind of silly / dumb. Yeah. But you know, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they just don't talk to them.
Yeah. I'm like, no, that's fine. That's fine. I don't need to tell you about how like the 101 ways that I think you're foolish, because It's not going to help anything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's just
That's what we have the Sae Bae podcast for.
yeah,
exactly. I'm going on rants here, but yeah, no, it's just such a hard conversation to have because oftentimes, almost majority of time, it leads nowhere.
Yeah, right.
In fact, it just causes more like, I don't know, just contention or something. Because like I see my parents and like I love them to death, and they love me even though I've left and stuff. Like they have decided that like they value, because almost like my sister left when basically she was a kid, the Mormon church, and like she is now married to my brother-in-law who also served a mission. He was super Mormon, Idaho Mormon, and he's since left, and we're all three like on the exact same page basically. And what's funny is like my older brother, my older brother, he's 32, and I used to live with him when I was streaming in Alabama. Like he and I kind of left Mormonism, and then he's sort of like been sort of a Christian / Mormon apologist type vibe, and I think it's like the environment he's in, and now he's going down some weird fucking rabbit holes with all of that weird shit. I don't even want to get into it because it's just so stupid.
Too much.
But like he's getting all into that stuff, and I'm like, where the fuck did this come from? And then my younger brother's still kind of Mormon. And what's funny is like, you would think, you know, in theory, like, oh, the Mormon parents and the Mormon kids are gonna like get along and stuff. But no, like my older brother, who's more like kind of having his religious revival again, and then my younger brother who's Mormon, they are like don't want anything to do with the family, sort of like they're like on their own sort of. And it's funny because me being atheist and my family being, we're doing like all these family trips, like we literally have a trip to Florida and stuff. We're the only ones going. My brothers got invited and they would have their travel free and everything, and there's like, nah, we don't want to go. It's like, it's so funny. I think crazy. My parents are like rewiring their brain to be like, huh, we thought like the church brought family together, and then like we're seeing our children that have nothing to do with it, in fact don't like it, and they're the ones that are trying to be more family oriented and like hang out and like spend time with each other and stuff. So it's
like the rewiring like their brains thing reminds me of like how people will be religious, and if they can't process you not like believing and everything, and they're like, how do you know not to do bad things then? And so like, you just know, you just don't do bad things. You don't want to, you have morals. And it's just like their brains are like wired in that way to be like, how would you not just kill people? And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, you don't want to.
Scariest thing is how much projection is probably on that. It's just like, oh God, like, like why is that like on your mind? Like, why would it just be like you leave it, or like God doesn't exist now, you just want to kill people and rape people? It's just like, what the fuck?
I'm like, no, I'm just like playing RuneScape, petting cats. That reminded me of that. It's so weird.
I mean, the easiest way to sort of like turn the question is to just say like, if it was proved that God doesn't exist, like what would change? Like honestly, like what would change about like why would all of a sudden everything that you want to do be flip flopped and now you want to go murder everybody? Like it's just so bizarre. It makes zero sense.
It reminds me, my mom said something that my mom's like Christian and stuff, and I don't know what I posted, but she like replied to like my Instagram story, just saying something like, "Oh, this person," I think I just like posted something that was like shitty. She's like, "But they have like family values and Christian and blah blah blah," and then so it's like just saying like to respect them, and I'm like, I didn't reply because in my mind, and this is gonna sound tense, so I'm really sorry if you are religious. In my mind, she's like, you know, they're saying like biblical things. The Bible isn't real to me. So it means nothing for you to say that they're just following biblical values. I'm like, that means nothing to me. Like
biblical values is like such a fucking oxymoron. Like what? Like what? Like
I'm like, are we talking Old Testament?
We're talking like the genocides that happened like on repeat. I know.
And it's just like, I'm not even going to reply to you because for her, that's like a big point. You know, she thinks she just like went off on me, I guess. And I'm just like, I don't believe in the Bible. That means nothing to me. They're just a dick.
Yeah. It's so, you know, what's really weird is like, so there's several offshoots of Mormonism that believe in the Book of Mormon. They believe in like a lot of the same structures, but they just have like different leadership kind of and a little bit different ideas. There was a documentary on like the FLDS church. That's the one with the pedophile that went to prison for life.
Gross.
What was it? Warren Jeffs and his dad did the same thing. Was his dad?
Someone in the church too.
I think his dad was the prophet beforehand. Anyway, it was basically an offshoot from the beginning of Mormonism back in like 1830. Basically, as soon as Joseph Smith died, who was like the original founder, there was like just like disagreements about who should take over the church. And so like the mainstream Mormonism church was taken over by Brigham Young, who's like Brigham Young University and stuff, which by the way, that guy's a piece of shit. He was the guy that was like preaching blood atonement and like ordering people to be murdered and stuff. And he was like the richest man in Utah. Just like the whole thing's really fucked up. And the fact that like that school was like branded after him, like fucking hell, like holy shit. And the whitewashing of history that they've done to like make him seem like a total saint is just crazy. But anyway, there was an offshoot of it and they made a documentary on the sort of like Warren Jeffs' whole story. And like my mom has watched that and I'm like, Mom, like they're like, and she's like, it's so culty. Like it's so culty. I'm like, what the fuck? Like they're reading the Book of Mormon in this scene. Like you do understand how crazy this is, right? Like we read the book, like when I was a child, we would like read the Book of Mormon like a lot of the time, like as a family. And I'm like, this is exactly what they're doing. It's like, yeah, but it's not, they don't have the right. I'm like, oh.
She's seeing it from a different point of view.
Yeah. Isn't that like the self-aware wolf subreddit?
Yeah. They're just aware.
Yeah. It's like they say exactly what they are, but it's not them.
Yeah, it's like, holy shit. But yeah.
That's wild.
The religion to me, like I like talking about it because I feel like it's become such a taboo thing to ever talk about. And I feel like that, again, like I've brought this up in other casts, like if my beliefs had not been respected by my friends, that would have been a good thing because that would have meant maybe I did not go on a mission for 2 years, getting more and more indoctrinated in it, more and more convincing people to join it to get money. Like if my friends had been like, I respect you enough to ask you about your beliefs and to question it and to challenge it. Yeah. But none of my friends that were non-Mormon ever questioned. They just showed respect for it. And ultimately I'm like, fuck, like that's not like, yeah, like thank you for not bringing up something that would make my feelings hurt maybe. But like ultimately I'm like, I almost wish people did talk about it. Cause then when I was fully indoctrinated in it due to no choice of my own, I was just from birth. Nobody challenged me on it ever. And so it took me like eventually like finding people that would challenge it and finding online sources to challenge it that got me out. And
I think it's tough because like you're right. And, but also it's like oftentimes people with like, and this isn't, unique to religion. I mean, you can go to like something as simple as sports teams, like unless a person is thinking about,
well, like you were probably already kind of thinking.
Yeah, unless someone is already open to like, having their mind open or whatever the fuck you want to call it, then it's like they're so entrenched in whatever thought process they already have.
It's like a brick wall for some people.
It's not you being helped by them, it's you being attacked by them.
Yes.
Oh, they're very defensive.
And as soon as that happens, you're on the defensive, which means nothing is happening.
Yeah.
I think the best way is almost to like listen as a third party, an argument that's being had, so you don't feel like the direct person or like the person that's being attacked or the person that's involved in it, but you get to like overhear and kind of make your own assessment about it, sort of. Like I think that's a more optimal way.
You just watch people talk.
Yeah,
it's tough because I feel like in order to like really get someone to like do, it's like you can't make a horse drink, whatever that old saying is. It's like you can lead them to water, but like the way to do that is so precarious and also feels suspicious because like you have to do it in a way that's non-offensive, non-obvious, and like you have to ask the right questions. You can't immediately tell them.
Like be walking like what's that phrase, like tiptoeing or something, or like walking on something.
Well, yeah, you have to walk around the point, but you can't say the quiet part out loud.
Yeah,
it's a really tough conversation. I stay away from it because I'm way too blunt to be considered for that type of operation. But
Oh yeah.
it's so difficult to, you know, dissuade someone from something they've believed for so long, regardless of what it is, religion or otherwise.
Yeah, I
You'd
think
be like, "Douche documentary."
the honestly, okay, so have you guys seen Severance? That
No,
show?
I want to. I heard it's so good.
It's so good.
As
So good.
everyone
It's on Apple
says, we
TV.
watch it.
But it has they've taken inspiration from Mormonism and other cults and stuff. It's
Oh,
very
shit.
culty. It's just like a very sort of cult vibe movie
Oh.
or show. And it's art like that. Like that is like a masterpiece. Like it's just a masterpiece episode. Like it's like that style I feel like can really be a powerful tool in like kind of deprogramming people mildly. Not like it's not like a deprogram program necessarily, but it's the tactfulness. Like that's like a really like just powerful way to do it, where it's not like I'm gonna have an argument with you right now and spewing facts at you or something, but like making something that's truly enjoyable. That's almost like you're not ever explicitly saying what this is about, but it's just a story that has those themes to it, and it's like, oh yeah, everything's very sinister in this, and then you start connecting dots in your own mind over time, and you're like, there's a lot of fucking connections to what I believe, and this is very scary.
It probably helps that it's a show, because I feel like the erosion of someone's belief in something is very much a long game. So it's not like
it is.
It's not
You're
like
right.
you have a conversation that just immediately opens someone's eyes.
But you can like say stuff that will make them be like, okay, I could think about that, and then maybe open up like the floodgates or just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the last thing I guess on this point was just like the amount. It's not just as easy as deciding like, oh, I don't believe anymore. It's like I think because it wraps up so much in your identity, you have to understand, and it come from personal experience as well. Like for me, it was fucking horrible. Like it was a horrible experience to go through the deconstruction, because it was this constant like sort of like, who am I? Like what is even happening anymore? Because I had this perfect black and white view of the world, and then that sort of dissolved like almost immediately, and then it's like you feel unstable, and like you feel like you're not in control anymore, and like that is like super 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 destabilizing. And I think that's something that definitely needs to be like acknowledged. Is just, it's not just as easy as convincing somebody. It's the whole process of eventually deconstructing something that some people are not willing to undergo. And I was in a convenient place to undergo it. Like I fully acknowledge, like I was single, like I was young. I didn't have any, like I didn't have a fucking spouse. I didn't have kids. Like I didn't have like a community really that I was abandoning. Like there's, or it's like involved in my work, like my paycheck's involved in it. Cause like my dad like works for the church, and it's just like for him to not believe is like just a hit to his actual like income. You know what I mean?
Livelihood.
Like so there's just so much more wrapped in it. And so I was in a convenient position, but for so many people, like I'm like, yeah, it makes sense why you'd stay in it. Like it's just
easier.
Painful.
Yeah. And then it's like you're kind of like grieving the ideas that you had if you leave, if you grew up with that.
Yeah.
I think it's tough as like anyone that like is the onus or the owner of like an ideology to like go through that, because you have to like strip back so many layers and reveal that you are not who you are. And this is like, again, this can be applied to so many things, where it's like as simple as like, oh, I'm a Mercedes guy. But like, if that's like who you are, like you're not like, I like Mercedes, you're like, I am a Mercedes guy. Like that, like it is part of you. And to like strip that back and be like, that's actually not who you are. Like when you become your things, your thoughts, stuff like that, I think that can be really dangerous in general.
It reminds me of people who have been like with their spouses forever and they get divorced.
Yeah. It's like, I'm not me, I am us.
Yeah. So then it's just like, you have to like rediscover yourself. And it's the same thing weirdly from leaving religion. It's just like, who are you now?
When that happens, when you become those things, it's not so much you are you, it's you are whatever that is. And it's tough, because then at the end of the day, when you don't have that thing or that ideology or whatever, then you have like kind of nothing. Like you are nothing. So like you have to rebuild your foundation, which is
Scary.
difficult for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very painful for a lot of people. Some people get over it fast. I swear, T Papa Slice, he's ex-Mormon, and it's like, I remember talking to him about it. He's like, yeah, I just fucking started smoking weed, and I was just like, I'm good. Like, I feel like maybe something internal. He's had some turmoil or something, but I swear to God, he was just totally good. I'm like, bro, this shit took me years and years. I'm still processing it. Like,
You're like, what do you mean? I still am traumatized.
I'm like, I'm so like jealous of just being able to get over it. But yeah, people's brains are wired differently.
True. Hopefully that's not something that like comes back in 10 years for him. He's like, oh shit.
Yeah. Who knows? Rob and Michelle, I think we'll have to do a round 3 at some point because I know you guys are busy this Sunday. So I appreciate you guys coming on. This is honestly so fucking fun talking to you two. You guys are genuinely amazing people. I'm super happy to have done this. And anytime you guys want me on the BuneBape cast, just reach out. I would love to come on.
Maybe we'll even have Robert join, even though it's sexist of us.
Hell
as a little treat.
Do we have to do cams? I'll do a cam for you guys. I'll do a cam for you guys if you guys.
We'll all just stare at each other awkwardly for 2 hours.
Yeah. You're just gonna have only my cam on, just zoomed up, just like I was saying I do to you guys.
Dude, that's like my worst nightmare. What you guys are saying, like just Michelle's face.
Be sure to check out their podcast, and I'll have all of your guys' links included. They just had No Monkey on, so if you guys are into that PVM sort of scene, Michelle's talking with No Monkey. And so you can definitely check out that episode. That was just like several days ago. It just got released.
Just a few days ago it came out.
So go check it out. Also, if you guys want to support the cast, there is a Patreon, YouTube membership, and Spotify link where you can support for $2, get access to exclusive episodes. And that is it for me. Rob and Michelle, thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your guys' day.
Thank you.
Bye.